What is going on, beautiful people? Happy Sunday. It is the baddest bitch on the block, Eric Devante, and you are listening to The Get Right.
That's right. It's Kelvin Unique.
And I'm Christopher Armani.
And today we have a room full of people.
A plethora of guests.
So we're going to let them go around and introduce themselves. So we'll start over here.
My name is Emmanuel. Everyone calls me E. I'm originally from Gary, Indiana. And I'm a comedy writer.
I'm from Fort Wayne.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's
from
up.
the whole other side.
I know Fort Wayne well. I got an uncle that lives there.
Okay.
I was about to ask you if you know
maybe
anything
cousins.
about Fort Wayne.
Yeah. My uncle's a principal at some school out there. My aunt just retired from General Motors. So,
Okay, yeah. GM, the big factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it! No, I don't have any connection to. Should I go?
You been talking about basketball. That's what we're known for in
Okay,
Indiana.
I guess I fuck with the Pacers. Like they're good too.
We don't fuck with the Pacers.
I'm a Bulls guy.
My name is Ryan Gilderman. I'm a comedian, stand-up comedian, and podcaster. I guess we have a podcast together called Tequila Sunrise.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ashani Percy, entrepreneur from New York, and here to just take over the world.
I just want to point out, every time Kelvin has guests, somebody's always late.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, every time that Kelvin has guests, they show up.
That's fair.
If it's like three people, it's always 2 out of 3 that show up, or they just don't show up at all.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Those be the
Sorry
worst
about
ones.
that.
They don't even tell you they not coming.
And then we always ask, he don't even tell us that they're not coming.
Right. We just go through the show as is. Like, so what happened?
Here's the crazy thing. Dude showing up late for us. He's a white dude. I'm the black dude. I'm on time.
We need that balance. The world needs it.
So how was y'all weeks?
Shit, it's still going.
Still going?
Yeah, my week is wrapping around. It won't end till this evening. We got he has a show midday. We got podcasts later, writing later. So yeah,
That's what's up.
Don't
It's
stop.
busy. Yeah, it's been busy. I feel like there's gonna be mimosas at this show, and I've never done a show like drunk, but I think I'm ready.
It's the first time for everything.
Yeah.
Don't be the belligerent comedian.
No, I'd never be
That
that
may
guy.
be bad. You don't want to be that.
I don't know. I don't think I have the energy. I don't know.
Hey, sometimes the best belligerent comedians are the best. It's basically like your drunk uncle. That's literally it. It's like your drunk uncle telling jokes at
But
the
I
party.
don't want to see my drunk uncle tell drunk jokes. I didn't pay for that. That's not what I paid for.
Well, it's a free comedy show. So
Yeah, you get what you get at those.
Jeez, I could have went to the cookout for this. At least I could have got a plate.
Exactly.
Hold me over.
How was your week?
My week was good. What was this? What I do this week?
Today's Sunday, man.
Today is Sunday. I'm trying to think what I did exciting. Oh, I went to the the film concert this week, which was with get this lineup, guys.
I'm
Little
gagging
Mo,
already.
A. Marie,
Don't you
Ashanti.
Is this in order?
No, when we go order, they perform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little Mo,
Of course.
A. Marie, Carrie fucking Hilson,
Wow.
Ashanti, Brandy, and Monica.
Wow.
Hosted by Tammy Roman.
That is wow.
Wow.
I knew like
The
two
Tammy
of those
Roman really
names
threw
for
me
sure.
off.
You knew like two of those names?
Who decided? I paused on the Tammy Roman.
It was
Okay.
it was like I guess they have been traveling around just showing Black Girl Magic and just performing at
Little
different-
Mo.
Why do
Lil
you
Mo.
look so disgusted? I really don't like your face right now.
Because
She doesn't fit that category.
No, Little Mo?
Little Mo was great during
Lil
her
Mo
era.
Was great during her
Listen
era.
to what you just said. During her era.
None of these girls is
All of
really
them
relevant.
all of them were really hung up.
During their eras. They were good.
Yeah.
Never mind.
It
Well,
was
how
a-
much was the show?
One of my friends works at Live Nation, so I got really, really good seats. It was at the Microsoft Theater. We were like 5th, 6th, 7th row.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's what's up.
I really feel like I was at the BET Awards. I
You didn't
really
have-
felt like
You didn't have the same energy for the Millennium Tour. And all of
'Cause
those
I
people
was-
were washed up.
No, because those people I enjoyed
Washed.
during their time.
But I enjoyed them when I did not realize how many hits Brandy and Monica had until I went. I was like, wow.
Are you
I'm taken aback.
serious?
Wow.
Low-key,
No,
I'm getting
it's-
offended
it's-
listening
it's-
to this.
No, like you know they're them.
Of
But then
course.
like once you start to go through the catalog, you're like, oh shit, like I remember this stuff. Like this is childhood.
Ashanti had a couple hits.
Ashanti
She had a nice little handful of hits where she
Yeah.
fits that
Absolutely.
category, but I'd pull a little more out of that one.
Yeah, that's why she opened the show.
I've
A lot of
recused myself from this conversation. I like only.
It's like a throwback concert. That was cool.
It was. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no. Ashanti actually wrote for a lot of artists who made it in the game as well.
Yeah. She should have sung their songs. Because I don't know why she sung the new songs.
Yeah.
She sung new shit?
She sung a new song and everybody literally just stopped and looked like, the fuck?
Why do people do that?
I don't know. Monica sung her new song, but that's actually on the radio.
B2K did that at the Millennium Tour.
Like, tried to sing something. Was like, what is this?
Yeah, talking about y'all remember this? Nigga, no, we don't remember that.
Absolutely not. I didn't pay for the ticket.
At all. We got another guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? My name's RD of the Tequila Sunrise podcast, joining my guys Ryan Gilderman and Tequila here.
Yeah.
Good morning. It's good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Sorry, my late. Pardon my late ass.
Yeah, they
It's
pointed
okay.
out that you were late today.
Well, it's a fact, so that's fair.
Don't you live down the street?
I do, but I was coming from the valley visiting my parents.
If he wasn't coming from the valley, it would be all right.
Right.
Well, I said, 'cause
Don't hate on the
here.
valley, okay?
No, but that was my week. I went to the concert and then did some filming, and now we're here on Sunday. We're filming tonight for my friend is filming a web series, and he's having a party scene. So
What's it called?
it's called Noodle WeHo.
Noodle Weho? Like
Shout
ramen
out.
noodles?
Yep. No, like ramen noodles.
New
No,
to,
like noodle.
I think it's
Did you say
new to
new
WeHo.
to
Oh,
WeHo.
new to-
It did
oh.
sound like noodle.
My bad.
Yeah.
Noodle WeHo.
I'm getting the feeling that Chris kind of brings the balance to the
Absolutely.
He keeps you guys in check for sure. How long have we been on? 7 minutes?
So New to WeHo is the name of the podcast, and he's having a party scene tonight from like 8 to 7. So drinks and beverages, this party club.
8 to
attire.
7.
8 to 11.
Oh.
Child, I
Who was
went
going to
out.
be there from
I was
8
like,
to
who the
7
fuck?
a.m.?
What I also did last night was go out, and I took a piece. I definitely took a piece of a good edible, and
I have something else to point out.
Kevin is getting real religious with these
I have
edibles.
something else to point out.
Go
this
for
man,
it.
how many times? Every single week.
Every week.
Every week? For how long?
But
2 months?
You're so resistant to smoking weed, but you just keep eating
He's
edibles.
a weed. Fuck that. He's a weed head
Yeah.
at this point.
You're adopted.
You're a weed head at
You're
this point.
adopted.
wow,
By default.
wow.
You're trying so
Every
hard to
sing-
tiptoe
Eric,
around the
Calvin
issue.
feels
Every single week he has said, I've done an edible.
I know. Every time I run into him at a function, I had an
Every
edible.
single time.
I don't even eat this many
But
edibles.
swear he don't smoke.
Right.
Same
Listen,
shit if you
hey.
ask me.
Like,
Hey, I'm not a weed head either, but I take an edible every night before I go to
Ryan, that's
bed.
why
There
you-
we
do
go.
you really?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
It helps you
homie
sleep.
Do you
how
have-
it gets you
whoa, wait.
right.
Do you have an addiction? Let's
No, I
talk about. Let's unpack this.
It's not an addiction.
Let's talk about this.
It's not an addiction.
Let's talk about this, guys. Like, do you have an
I do
addiction?
not
not the
have an
edibles, the
addiction.
sweets.
I do not have an addiction.
Do we
I-
need to go to what's the?
I can clearly-
Yeah. Do we need to go to
I
these?
can go.
No, it'd
I
be
can go
NA.
weeks, months without doing edibles.
You've been going weeks, months with doing
I don't
edibles.
think I did an edible last weekend because we were in Vegas. I did an edible this weekend.
You said you did an edible in Vegas, though.
I did. I said I did one last weekend because we were in Vegas, and I did one this weekend. I didn't do one before.
Yes, you
So we can-
did.
it wasn't because we were in Vegas. That was just the setting. It
Yeah.
had nothing.
It had
to
nothing
do
to
with
do
Oh,
with
it
that.
Oh, that's
definitely.
fucked up.
What kind of
everything to do with Las
edibles?
Vegas.
What kind of edibles are you doing?
I like Cushy.
the little like the
Sativa.
gummies.
Cushy Sativa is my favorite.
Yeah.
Look at you knowing sativa.
Yeah.
Wow.
do
I
it
don't
indica.
even know the difference
I
between
can't
that.
do. I can't do the
That's how
lower.
far in he is.
I can't do the body high and the low ones. I gotta have a head high and like take that.
So why don't you smoke?
I don't want to smoke.
You sounded like a pothead to me.
No shit.
No, I can't smoke it.
But
Because
you
then
can eat it.
yeah, because I feel this is my logic. If I smoke it, I mean I gotta buy it, break it down, roll it, then inhale it, and all this other stuff. And I don't want to
too
do
much
that.
of a
buying it.
process.
You're
I don't
buying
wanna
it.
do
Oh,
all that.
I'm
Co-sign
confused.
his
I don't want to do that
negativity.
too much. Bro.
You can buy a pre-roll.
Hey,
I
yeah,
swear
you
for a
can't- you can't
living.
do
I
that.
talk for a living. I don't want to do this.
You know, just drop them in there.
Absolutely, there are ways.
Thank you. Tierra said edibles and blunts don't even hit the same, so they're different. It's a
Edibles
different.
hit harder, and you can't predict. when
Yeah,
they
you
come.
can't control
Yeah.
the edible.
And blunts are different. Depends how you roll it.
Right,
Are you gonna
it's
do
levels
backwards,
to this.
paper?
Exactly, and I don't have time for all that. I don't want to put all that. I don't. Nah.
I'm not trying to smoke
addicted.
Groot's finger.
Right.
Okay.
Thank
He's
you.
addicted.
Then I'm be on a pipe. You
Yeah.
know, like Kelvin's a crackhead.
You're addicted at this point.
I'm not.
You're addicted,
Oh.
and that's okay. I mean, it's okay that you're addicted. I mean,
We're in
I'm not
California.
addicted to
Listen.
anything, and I'm definitely not a weed head.
it's
So I'm
Kelvin.
not a-
It's
'Cause I don't
okay.
smoke weed.
Like it's
I'm not an
okay.
edible addict. I'm just a dessert connoisseur.
There we go.
Exactly.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
We're not judging
This
you.
is why he's an
Dessert
entrepreneur.
whips.
And this is why he's an enabler.
You get me, and I appreciate you.
It's not
But that
weed,
was-
it's Dunkin' Hines.
That was my weed.
You just know when you're at a party and you're trying to light it and your lighter doesn't work, you look like a crackhead. you know?
Exactly. And you gotta shake your lighter like. Everybody
Anybody
look-
else got a light?
Everybody looking at you
I'm
now. You
fiending,
rolling
I'm
around the party.
We saw Lion King too.
We did see
Oh,
Lion King.
I was
saw
a-
it.
Lion King was everything that I needed it to be. Chris somehow fucked up and got it in 3D, and I'm not mad at you.
I didn't even know I got it in 3D. I really didn't. Because we bought these tickets months ago.
And I don't think we did. I really think that man was just trying to fill up that theater.
That had to be it. He must have just changed our shit. Because why would I buy a 3D ticket? It was like
To the Lion
$25.
King.
And we both wear glasses, so it was really obvious.
Yeah, because that's why I was like 3D. I feel like he just gave us
I really
those.
feel like it did too, but I'm happy that it happened because
I saw
when I
it.
say that Mufasa's ass was literally right there, it was amazing. You
But,
seen it too?
but seeing him die
I
in 3D.
saw it in regular D.
okay.
And I had my issues. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
no.
I only had 2 issues.
Listen,
What were yours?
how are you going to put Beyonce in a movie and give her less than 20 lines?
That-
Really?
Yeah,
Woo!
hold
Yeah.
on.
That was your issue?
Really?
Yeah.
Less than 20?
Thank you. Less than
I didn't
20.
know that rhyme
She's
was a
all on the
beehive, but I-
soundtrack.
What
Right.
do-
You
well,
know
I'm
what?
con- whoa, what? How much
That
do you
really
need a
just
Beyonce
made
in a
my
movie?
day.
She
Don't you
can't
start,
act.
Chris.
That-
Don't
She
you
can't
start.
act.
She
Today.
can talk. She has the voice
Say
of
that
a
again.
goddess. She has the
Thank you.
voice
She
of
can
a
sing, yeah, but she
Yeah.
can't act.
Well, her voice is angelic. No
Thank
matter
you,
what.
Ryan.
no
Singing,
matter
yeah,
what.
it is.
I knew I
All right,
loved you,
listen.
She
Ryan.
cannot act.
No, that's fair.
She
There's
can't.
a reason that Jennifer Hudson got the Oscar for Dreamgirls and not Beyonce.
Exactly.
You
She's
know
not,
what?
She's not a great actress. She's a beautiful singer.
She did great in Dreamgirls.
What was
though.
your problem with it?
See, okay. At first, I hated Beyonce's voice. Like, I hate all the clips that I saw. I hated it. But in the
Right.
movie, I was like, okay, I'm actually all right with her voice. But
Yeah.
I didn't like how. You remember at the end? Well, this is not a spoiler. So you
I'm
know how.
saying-
so
Same movie.
First,
Nothing
hold on.
changed.
Has anyone seen The Lion King? Just want to.
Saw it
So-
20 years ago.
you remember the part where where Nala and Shinji was fighting?
yeah.
Remember when Shinji fell off the cliff and went into the fire?
Yeah.
How the fuck was she alive at the end?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like I didn't get that.
So,
And
yeah.
then
Die. She just fell
you
off,
fell in fire, but you didn't die.
just like Scar fell.
Right, but he didn't fall in fire. He fell on the pavement. Like he fell
She's
on
a
cement.
hyena. She stopped, dropped, and rolled.
That's bullshit.
I will.
Animals don't know how to do that. And then JD McCrae and the girl that played Young Nala, like their
Yeah.
voices annoyed me the whole movie.
Yeah. They spent a lot of time on that childhood for sure.
And
but-
then
Yeah,
like,
and-
cause
yeah.
JD McCrae, he sounds like this, but in the movie he sounded like that. Like it was just too damn high for me.
yeah.
And yeah, those are my only 2 issues.
I will say, and I don't want to say his name because I'm gonna fuck it up. The guy who played Scar was fantastic.
yeah,
What's his
I
name?
think Scar was like
What's
I
his
can't
name?
remember. I can't pronounce it.
Chewetel.
It's
a lot.
Chiwetel.
There's
Let's just say
a-
Chiwetel.
There was a lot of vowels in his name. I think.
Yeah.
Chiwetel.
That's all I can say.
I think he
The
made
12 Years a
Scar.
Slave guy.
He made Scar a lot more darker than what Scar is.
Yeah.
But I feel like they both brought their own like flair to Scar.
Yeah.
So
I said on the phone. I said I knew we were gonna talk about the Lion King today. I just figured
that's
I was
my
gonna-
favorite Disney movie. We gotta
makes
sense.
appreciate it.
It was fantastic, but like I said, I felt like everything was kind of sped up. Like
That's also what Keith said. He said he felt like it was moving too fast.
yeah, it felt
was
like
it?
it felt like it was like they were just pushing in dialogue to get to the songs. You know,
Well-
did that not? The movie felt like 45 minutes to me.
I
The
think
movie
it-
was 2 hours.
I
Yeah,
know
the movie
it
was
felt
2
like
hours,
45
but it
minutes.
felt and also
I
felt
was drunk when I saw it,
But
so
also,
it's
I
okay.
think what I think we forget too. I think the cartoon was actually that short as well.
yeah,
But in our adult minds,
yeah,
we was like, this moves so fast. But like, and as a child watching the cartoons, like this is great. This is like 15 hours long.
yeah.
But I just feel like it was the same lines and it was just the same.
It was the
But
same
it was
movie.
good.
yeah,
I like
Timon
how
and
they.
Pumbaa were good though.
Yeah, they were. I like how they added in like how Scar was like, "Oh, Sarabi, you chose
Yeah,
Mufasa
yeah.
over me."
I like that, too.
I like the little different. I like the little new shit that they added.
Yeah.
Like, the new stuff was real good.
And
you would have
any
never
hot
thought-
takes? Any hot takes?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, Beyonce has less than 20 lines.
Yes,
She didn't need that much in the movie though.
Let's get.
I will argue this all day, but it's okay. We
Thank you,
gotta
Ryan.
move on.
How much does Nala speak in the original?
I don't
Like twice.
She
remember.
has like 10
She
lines.
has like
Oh,
12.
well,
she
then
has
that
2
makes
lines.
sense.
The adult
Yeah.
Nala, she has like maybe
Two.
10 lines.
Maybe 10.
Okay, well,
but
then that
they
makes sense.
expanded it for her.
Oh, by 10 more.
They gave her a strong female presence.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah,
it.
like
Which
the
was
stuff they
not
added in
regular.
of Beyonce was actually necessary. I felt
Okay.
so.
Fair enough.
She can just say she was a part of the Lion King. Her resume is just
Exactly.
disgusting at
Yeah.
this point.
We didn't need 20 lines from Beyonce.
I'm
Yes.
so intimidated by her resume.
But have y'all listened to The Gift?
Oh, the album?
Yeah.
I'll say that I like it. I am not all into the hype of it.
You don't like
You're
Afrobeat?
biased, so go,
I was gonna
you're,
say
you're
you
The
don't
biased.
I was
look
about to
in Kelvin's eyes right there.
I was like, you don't like Afrobeats?
I do. I'm from New York. If anything, I probably know it better than you.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I
But
thought
it
it was
was
the
like,
one.
A lot of
This is
people on
cool.
Twitter was like, "This is not that great."
it was okay.
Yeah.
You
Heard
know,
one song from it.
I stopped looking at reviews on Twitter because everybody's a fucking hater.
Is that what it is to have an opinion?
Well,
that's
right,
yeah.
yeah.
No, not just to have an opinion, but to have a negative opinion about everything.
But you're biased, so of course you're gonna say the album was great.
Oh no, I'm not biased.
Eric loves Beyonce
No.
just as much as you do.
I never said the album was amazing. I never gave my opinion on the album yet. I haven't said anything.
I
about
feel
the
like you asked so you can say it was great.
Yeah.
Until he said he didn't like it.
This
That's
is
why
what
you
I
said
No,
said.
I
Chris
wasn't going
is
to say it
keeping the
was
balance.
great. I was going to say it was wonderfully excellent, and I thought that it was above all other things. And
You
Move
were about to
Forever.
go on track by track and be like, so you
Yeah.
didn't like this?
No,
you didn't like
no,
Afrobeats?
I was
gonna go on a
You didn't like
tangent.
this and
I
that?
felt it.
You didn't like this
No,
and that?
I wasn't gonna say it was great. I'm just saying it's probably one of the best movie soundtracks.
That wasn't a soundtrack.
adaptation ever. Like
It wasn't a soundtrack.
inspiration, inspo ever.
I'm not buying this shit.
I didn't need like track 4, which was like hyenas laughing. Like that's just like a little, like it's a little.
Some of them were a little
I was just like get to the music.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That song with Burner Boy, that's my favorite song.
Burna Boy is good. Move Forever with Jay-Z and Childish Gambino.
That was
yeah,
really
that was
good.
that's the one I know.
Bigger's good.
Y'all need to listen
Other
to that Burna
Side
Boy
is
song.
good.
Brown Skin Girl
Brown
was
Skin
good.
Girl's good.
But I think the message was better than
The actual
execution.
song.
Yes.
I wrote it.
Okay. Crazy.
Anyways, how was the rest of y'all week, Chris?
I feel like that's all I did this week.
Seem like-
That's all to talk about, I feel like. I mean, went to work and, yeah, saw Lion King. I saw it twice.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I need to go see it again, but.
You saw it twice that fast?
Yeah, he went Friday and Saturday.
I went Thursday and
Well, he
yesterday.
accidentally got the
Thursday.
3D, and then,
And then I saw-
gotta
no, I
watch
saw
this
it again in
normal.
3D.
Yeah.
No, I saw it again in
Oh,
3D.
I'm saying, might as well see regular now.
Does it
Yeah.
get higher than that? Is there another? Because isn't there another?
There's IMAX.
edition?
There's
Okay,
IMAX,
yes.
and that's like when shit's on the wall.
Yeah, I don't need to see
Oh,
that.
that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't need it.
I don't need Mufasa in my face
I don't
dying
need
right
no
here.
line.
No, I don't
a
need it.
giraffe sitting next to me. That's
Got it.
inappropriate.
Yeah. How was your week, Eric?
It was good. It's been really productive in the sense that I've been going out more. So Vegas was cool. We didn't zip line. Did y'all zip line?
No.
No, we didn't.
Niggas was just I don't even know what to say what niggas was doing. Like
There's zip lines in Vegas.
Absolutely.
What?
Absolutely.
That does it land you in a pool party?
This was that would be so dope.
That would
That
be
was
sick.
Chris's
They did have one over
suggestion.
the link.
we were gonna go to one Slotzilla that's downtown.
I've only stayed on the strip.
Okay. Well yeah, not the one that's like at the Stratosphere, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the one downtown. But I don't know, niggas was I really couldn't even tell you why we didn't go.
I was just
Y'all were drunk.
belligerently drunk. Like every day, everywhere. It was 110 degrees.
Then
all throughout this
that
weekend.
Friday I got stupid drunk. I
Did
think
you
it's because
really?
I think it's
It was
because
so
I didn't
fucking
eat.
lit.
It had to be because I didn't eat. Like I fell asleep at one of the restaurants we went to.
Yeah, Chris, we had to move him around and then send him home.
And
When
then,
y'all go
like,
to Vegas?
last weekend?
Last weekend.
Yeah.
So y'all still recouping?
Yeah,
Okay, that's what's up.
definitely.
But then, like the next day, I drunk the same, and I was actually good because I ate. So I think it's because I didn't eat. That had to be it.
Chris was so fucked up.
Did you guys
Every
go
time
to
I
the
go to
pool party?
Vegas, every time I go to Vegas, sorry, go. Every time I go to Vegas, I feel like when I'm walking the strip, I'm like, I can't do this. I'm so fucked up. And then I walk into the casino, and I'm like, I'm all good. Here we go.
It's
Let's-
'cause they got air conditioning.
I know. It's
Yeah,
so
the air conditioning.
It was just too damn hot.
Did you guys get to go to the mansion pool party in Vegas?
Mm-mm.
I went to a pool party and burnt my thighs, so I'm never going back to Vegas.
Not that one.
Yeah, sitting on the edge of the pool, I woke up. I had burnt marks.
I don't know why you didn't get water.
Cause I can't get in public pools. I break out easily, and I have a fear, like maybe because it's going in hood pools. I don't know what the hell it is. But, like, when you jump in and like you wake up the next morning, you got like bumps and you just itchy and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's all really really bad.
I
so
got in a
would never.
splashing fight with someone at a pool party, and it got real hostile real quick. It started out. It wasn't even like I don't know why, but this guy like pushed me and I splashed him. That was my main defense. And then he splashed me back, and then my friend had to hold me back because I was like, I will fight you and I will keep splashing.
Imagine seeing a fight inside the pool, like inside the water.
Ooh, someone
A
please
splashing
record
fight,
it.
nonetheless.
Record it.
I think I fractured my thumb
How?
because I was drunk getting into a pool and I fell in it. Like
Wait,
there
what?
were no steps. I didn't understand it when it happened either. Like I was just trying to step in the pool and I couldn't find the stairs, which were like right next to me once I fell in the pool.
Ooh, poor step.
Yeah,
Wait,
we
how'd
were
you
at-
fracture your thumb though?
I don't know. Like I was trying to hold on to something and be stable,
Oh,
and I
that's probably-
fell
okay.
into it.
That's why.
And everyone just kind of looked at me. I was initially embarrassed because, it was a gay pool party. So all the gays were like, oh, my God, are you okay? I'm like, God damn, let me do it, in peace. But then after, I felt my thumb just not moving. It's still kind of fucked up, but hey, it was worth
Is
it.
it swollen?
It was.
Is it still swollen?
No, but I don't have full control on it. So
Do you want to go to the doctor?
I'm
Or?
saying, what next steps?
I was just like, with ice, in time, it'll work.
And just talking out your grievances about it, it'll heal.
Absolutely. I don't want any more attention brought to it. What else did I do this week? Just a lot of working and socializing.
Mm-hmm.
My alarm brother came from Vegas, so we've been pretty fucked up.
We went to, what is that? Chap karaoke?
I know you got to talk to the mic.
Yeah. Chap karaoke was an experience. You know, I thought it was going to be boring.
Oh, it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It is a baptismal pool of
Nostalgia.
ratchetness and nostalgia, and it's a good. It's a good time.
Where's this place at? We need to go.
You
No,
never
that's
been
what I'm
to
asking
karaoke?
now. No.
Trap karaoke, it travels, but like they used to have like once a month.
To go like every city, like every month.
Yeah. So it's like a traveling tour, but you know, like regular karaoke, people get up there saying
Yeah.
"Don't Stop Believing."
It's just to the next level.
It's like this is.
Don't stop. Don't
This
stop
is like-
believing. That's all. I had to think like, what fucking song is he talking about?
It's
This
the
is not-
white guy anthem.
This is not that type of party.
Hence
This
trap
is
karaoke.
Trap karaoke. You can get up here.
No
you
said.
can hear some DMX. You gonna hear some.
I saw a video where
Jay.
someone did Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It's a party, and then they plug in these karaoke performances that are
I gotta see that.
hyped up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
it's like
it's
that
an
sounds fun
experience.
as well.
man. You gotta come.
Yeah.
It is a whole concert basically.
It's your chance to be an artist having your own concert for a night.
Because I'm sure most people know the lyrics word for word. They
Yeah.
really don't need to monitor.
Most people, yeah.
Oh my God.
The time we went, remember that girl was singing like off her phone. the
That
lyrics?
pisses me off because you guys know how hard it is. Okay, so the setup of
Just
it is
sign the
that
fuck up.
you get signups 2 hours beforehand, so everyone is like trying to get a slot.
Yeah.
Then they have wild cards for each round. So a wild card is when someone in the audience can be pulled up. So when you are not on the list, and then the wild card that is picked does not know the song,
It's a waste of time.
it pisses you the fuck off.
Yeah.
Because this could have been my moment. This could have been my moment, and
This
you
is
don't
how he gets
know it.
discovered.
Right.
This is your time. I get it.
So I hate when they don't know the words. I hate it.
But Eric had his moment this weekend.
I did.
What did
He
you
was the-
say?
He
I
was
saw
the
the video.
wild card of the event, actually.
What'd you sing?
Well, I love Little Kim, so I did Little Kim again.
Nice.
Because the
What
first
song
time I
was
did
it?
it,
Little Kim
no time.
again, or
Because remember it was Ladies' Night the first
Yeah.
time.
Ooh.
Now it was no time.
now it's no time. So next time, are we just getting more and more raunchier? So
I didn't
next time's
know-
how many licks?
Oh. I am so self-conscious about talking like that on stage. That's why I just did the first verse of it because I'm like, verse 2 is real,
Yeah,
not
what's
for the
that?
kids.
Yeah.
Real, not for the kids.
It was not PG at all.
So the host is because I had a fucking crop top on. I'm convinced. The host was like, he picked me as the wild card because I didn't raise my hand or anything because I was just with my alarm brother. I wanted him to take in the experience.
Yeah.
Plus, I didn't have anything on my mind to do. So he picked me, and I'm like, shit, don't be that person that you talk so bad about. So I just went to Little Kim.
The one you knew.
Absolutely.
I would have still Annie up DMX.
Would you?
Yeah, you know that's,
It was a moment in there. It
that
was
is
a moment.
my song.
Yeah.
That is my song.
You
if,
should
if
do
y'all
it.
got picked for trap karaoke, what song would y'all sing or rap?
Shit.
Like if you had to go up there.
It's any song.
I would be an abomination to go up there and rap. I think I'd have to do the white guy anthem, "Don't Stop Believing." Obviously. I know the words.
Now that's not necessarily true because there was a black girl who did Genie in a Bottle and then they flipped it to NSYNC because she had an NSYNC shirt on.
I mean,
See,
I
I
could-
love some
I could hit
NSYNC.
some NSYNC,
I would definitely
yeah.
do some Bye Bye Bye.
It's just as long as you know the lyrics. That's all people care about.
What would y'all do?
I'd probably do either We Gonna Make It by Jadakiss
Yeah,
or
We
Flashing
Gonna
Lights by
Make
Kanye.
I had to go with a Pac song. I Get Around.
Okay. Okay.
I would have loved that out
Keep it flow. Just
Yeah.
go with it like that.
Or Black Men Don't Cheat.
What would you do?
I would do "Bust the Move" by Young MC because I know every word and I don't think I fuck it up.
yeah. That's all that matters.
You get some love on that. They be like, oh shit.
Just know the right song.
I think I would do "Get 'Em High" by Kanye West. Just Kanye's
a
verse,
great
though.
song.
Like literally just Kanye's verse. I hate the rest of the song after that. Yeah, just solely Kanye's verse. He's the first person to rap, so I would do the whole song. But as soon as Common and Talib Kweli, I'm not singing that.
Or I do like "Mercy" by the good music family.
Who?
Mercy, Lamborghini Mercy.
Oh, I'm like,
Song,
what?
Yeah.
It's about 4 or 5 people on that damn song.
Yeah, I'll be everybody. I'll be everybody.
That whole good
I do
music
any
album.
DJ Khaled song.
And
It's like a-
And be DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
You'll be the guy saying,
DJ Khaled.
and then I'll let someone else take the reins.
Y'all want to do some comments real quick?
Yes. Let's stay on track with that.
And now it's time for some comments. All right. I turn on the air, so if you do hear that in the background and you wonder, do we have a door open? It's a lot of us in here
Slow
today.
hot.
And I got on a hoodie. I don't know what I was thinking, but we got on the hoodie. All right, so let's get into some comments. Tierra said edibles and blunts are not even the same. And Kelvin, do you? Thank you. I do appreciate it.
He's just getting
Charlie
high.
said it's all about the potency. That's what makes it different. Keith said that he watched The Lion King last night. Shit feel like it moves so slow, but they probably ain't want to pay Beyonce. That's probably why she only had 21 lines.
Oh, wow.
Simone says, my queen can do all things. Acting is not necessarily her best talent.
It's not her best.
But she's still getting jobs.
Listen, man.
And she also said she's just glad that Scar wasn't dark-skinned. Me too, because they always try to make me the bad guy. Patrice said, so right, that flood made her seem way worse than it was. Oh, the clips. The clips made it seem way worse than it was.
Yeah, they did.
Then she said, Move Forever is her fave. Mine's too. Charlie said, you can't argue with a beehiver, and I agreed with him on that. And Tierra said, if I get picked as a wild card this weekend, because she's going to trap karaoke, her go-to song is going to be, y'all ready for this one? Joyful, Joyful from
Oh, wow.
Sister Act 2.
People will like that.
Who said this?
Nice.
TT,
Oh
Tierra.
my god.
People will like that a lot.
Oh, I
actually.
would, yeah. That would be the highlight of the, I know the whole choreo. I wish we had
As he does the choreo.
I wish we had the cameras.
Right, so the viewers could see you.
Weary as the sun. Yeah. Man. All right. Eric.
Yeah, it is time for bitch. You better read.
What's my favorite word?
Okay, so number one.
Number one.
So typically how this works is there is a lineup of 5 entertainment stories. Every time I say a number, you just repeat it back at me.
Okay.
So let's try that again, get you acclimated. Number
Alright, yeah.
one.
Number one.
That was a solid. Okay, someone tried to have a Beyonce moment in there.
All in the mic. Number one.
Oh, okay. So a man climbs a 19-story apartment building during a fire to save his mother. So woo, the bravery. When it's crunch time, and you never know what one might do when they find their loved ones in a potential life-threatening situation. The West Park Apartments on Holden Street in Philadelphia started filling up with smoke as there was a fire within the building. 35-year-old Jermaine got a call from his sister, who told him that their mother, 65-year-old Sheila, who was bedridden, couldn't get out of her 15th floor apartment. Jermaine went right over there and reportedly tried to go through the front door at first, but the police wouldn't let him through. They said the elevators are not working. I said, no problem. I'll take the steps. I just want to make sure my mother is sick. She's bedridden, so I need to get up there, he tells ABC News. They were like, we can't let you in. So I took it upon myself because that's my mother and there's no limits. That's my mother. Jermaine was actually using a pair of crutches as he cracked his hip when he fell on a set of stairs earlier that day. Although he was injured, he says his adrenaline took over. All for my mom's safety, period. I wasn't worried about mine at all. She can't get out of the bed or walk around, so if there's a fire, she needs help out, he said. Once Jermaine made it up his mom's balcony on the 15th floor, she was in shock that her son climbed up the building. Once his mom assured him that she was fine and the fire had been contained, he climbed back down to the ground level. Jermaine thought he'd be arrested for his actions, but a police officer gave him a break and let him go. He told me if I didn't leave, I was going straight to jail, because that was his job, but he actually did cut me a break. He understood the circumstances. He knew when your adrenaline is pumping and your mom is up there, you think she's dying? You do anything you can, Jermaine said. Jermaine and his mom and other residents made it out safely as the building was evacuated. 4 civilians and 3 firefighters were reportedly treated for smoke inhalation. So just props to Jermaine, because a cracked hip and you're scaling the side of a building?
Mm-hmm.
What the? I can't even climb a tree. So... But I get it. Like, I couldn't fathom the idea of my mom being in a burning building, bedridden. Like, whoa. Yeah. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this story?
Oh, I would have scaled that thing, too. Like, no questions asked. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
My mom's, like, in a burning building? Oh,
it just comes down to fight or flight. It's just like, you know, like it's the old lady that lifts the car. Like it's pretty impressive shit, honestly. But I can't even climb a ladder without, you know, potentially falling off. So
I didn't think
so
about
I don't know.
How I'm gonna scale this damn building?
It's like of course I would go, but it's like nigga, what if I fall? 19 stories? Like what if I
You're done.
like?
With a crack tip too. Oh, you're done.
It's like I would do it because like that is my mom. Like of course I would go save her, but like in my mind, each climb I'm like I'm probably gonna die. Like I'm.
And then as I climb, I'm like, how the hell I'm gonna get her ass down? Like,
yeah, that too. How did he get her down?
The fire was contained by the time.
Oh.
She reassured him when he got up there that the fire was contained.
Oh wow.
So he didn't need to do it?
He didn't need to. Now, if police downstairs would have told him this fun fact, he wouldn't have had to do this with a cracked tip. But you know,
So he just went up there Spider-Man style, like fuck it, I got it, I'm going.
I get it.
only to open up the door and walk back down the steps.
It's like his mom.
I would've been
She gotta
pissed.
go.
He didn't open the door and walk back down the steps. He scaled back down.
So did he have any like tools with him? Did
Right.
he
Yeah.
brands,
I
like,
feel like
a
something's
rope?
missing.
Wait, the fire was
Yeah.
contained when he got up there, but he climbed back down?
I don't know why the fuck he did that. I think at this point he was.
Oh, he just wanted to show his
Yeah,
bravery.
yeah, at that
He just wanted
At
he
that
just
point,
wanted to
it's
show
a
his
flex.
bravery.
At
Yeah.
that point, it's a flex.
He just wanted to show y'all like, hey.
We're flex but cool.
Yeah, I just would have been. Yeah, I would have said the same. Like that's a weird. All right, but you got it. Okay.
Baby, you can take the steps now. No, Mom.
No,
I'm gonna
Mom.
go
All
back.
right, I think.
I got it, Mom. Going back down.
Well, people
Why?
get me on the ground the first time. I have to make sure they get me on the way down.
Right. The news camera's down there now.
I think Jermaine started the fire, honestly.
Yeah,
This is my moment.
He comes down. He's like, yeah.
Were you about to say something? At first, I think.
Oh, I lost the train of thought. But probably would have been something like, what if I fell? I would have been fucked, yeah.
Absolutely. So number two.
Number two.
So kids could end up in foster care over unpaid school lunch bills.
What?
I'll go into the story because I'm still kind of confused.
What
about it.
in
I thought we
2000?
scrapped that whole lunch bills.
That's not.
What in the 2019?
Kids could end up in foster care over unpaid school lunch bills. In shocking letters sent out to about 1,000 parents in Wyoming Valley West School District states that kids could end up in foster care if their parents do not pay overdue school lunch bills. Apparently, the district says that it is trying to collect more than $20,000, but haven't been successful using that method. It was also noted that 4 parents out of the Pennsylvania district owe at least $450 apiece. Now, the letter claims that the unpaid bills could not only lead to dependency hearings, but also removal of their children for not providing them with food. There's a quote from the article that says, "You can be sent to dependency court for neglecting your child's right to food. The result may be your child being taken from your home and placed in foster care," the letter read. As many can imagine, not all parents can afford to send their kids extra pocket change for lunch. And instead of coming up with a plan to help those families in need, it appears that the district just wants to hit that $20,000 mark. However, Luzerne County's manager and Child Welfare Agency director have written the superintendent insisting the district stop making what they call false claims, USA Today reports. Their letter labels the district's actions troubling and a misrepresentation of how the Children and Youth Services Department and its foster care program operate. I personally don't get the connection on how $450 to $1,000 can get my child in foster care.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough. I don't even know how my mom was able to finesse, but I didn't pay for school lunch for a good portion of my school career. But foster care seems a little extreme.
Yeah.
What do any of you guys have any clarification on this? Like, did you get into the story a little more than I did? Because
I thought we scrapped this like a while ago. There was an issue about school lunch bills and like overdraft, and I remember the host on the show that we work on. They paid like overdue bills, everybody like $20,000, and then they scrapped that law in where I forgot what state it was in, but I thought this was done. Like I didn't know that this was such an issue anymore.
I don't know why this is an issue.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
basic human needs.
Yeah,
If the
Exactly.
child is
Yeah.
there for 8 hours, it needs to eat. Regardless if the mother and the father have a stable job, have no
Right.
job, have abundance of money, they need to eat. And if they know that there's a past due balance, something's going on at home that
Yeah.
they can't pay the bill.
Yeah.
So why not have the school? As a taxpayer, I don't mind my tax money going for those students that cannot eat at school
Right.
because the kids need to eat. They can't work. They can't get a 9 to 5. So for them to even question if they should be put in foster care because the parents can't afford
Yeah.
it, how many other kids are in the house? what are the other bills and other things that are going on? Is the mother sick? Is the father sick? Are they taking care of somebody elderly? There's so many other things that go into play other than they just can't pay the bill. And then for you to put the kid in foster kid, it's already hungry, so it's going through some mental. Everybody else at the table eating, they got their good lunch, and now you're going to take them away from the only stability that they know? Child, welcome to America.
Yeah, and how is it going to help? Even if they put him in foster care, like, still can't pay the bill for, you know,
Right.
what? Now the foster parents are going to pay the meals?
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem?
And if anything, isn't more money lost in the foster care? If anything, isn't more money lost in the foster care system through adding?
Actually, that is a profitable business. You can use profanity on your show, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it's a fucked up system because where we're from, I went to public school in Gary, Indiana, and I remember seeing kids, you know, like that or whatever. But throughout the years, you start seeing it in different states throughout the country, and unfortunately, it only affects the inner city public schools, not the suburban kids or whatever. Because however it's set up like that, any kid can come in there and eat. But with us, if a kid doesn't have it, and I don't know if you guys have seen it in public school, it's almost like, hey, you know, back then, you know, the lunch ration would give the kid a lunch.
Yeah.
And now,
Right.
Yeah.
with these newer councilmen and
fired.
politicians, they would get fired. I've seen a lunch lady, I've read many articles similar to this, where a lunch lady has literally lost her job for giving a kid a lunch because he couldn't pay for it. She's like, this $2 isn't going to kill me.
Yeah.
Right.
But the school system is like, well, you can't do that. And it's just like, well, how are you to help? Because if you don't fix it, the problem becomes worse. And then, like I say, if you're talking about putting him in foster care, that's a whole nother fucked up
A whole
problem
nother-
right
Yeah.
there. Because now you're taking the kid out of a bad situation, probably, and making it worse.
Yeah. In my former life, when I was an admissions counselor around Kentucky, at least my area, 50 to 65% of the students were on free or reduced lunch. It's because they were like real rural areas. And we don't think about that when we think about all the other stuff. We think inner city, lower socioeconomical, closed housing, things like that when we think of people on welfare or assisted living. No, it's also the people in these very rural areas in the middle of
Exactly.
Kentucky, in the middle of Tennessee, that can't afford it because, one, crops are down, especially with global warming, so the family's not making that money off of tobacco and corn and other huts that they used to. So, like, there's so many different things, and that really what makes me sick. Like, to think that a child is being deprived of something
Yeah.
that they can't handle. Like, they can't go out and get a
And-
job because they
They don't know.
yeah.
And in this day and age, don't we have bigger fucking problems than
Oh, there's
than
actually
lunch?
kids
Like,
dying in
like,
cages.
yeah, kids dying in cages. They're not getting fed. You know, like that kind of shit.
I
Yeah,
made my feelings today.
yeah. I just added it because what the fuck? I already know that the days when I didn't want to be in school, many days when I didn't want to be in school, and you're not feeding me. What the fuck? What is the gain here?
Yeah.
What is the gain?
I remember those days when people used to take my lunch money and I would starve. I can't
Were you
imagine.
paying for lunch?
Yeah, I would pay, and these bullies would beat me for my lunch money, and that's why I got so skinny in the 5th grade, and then
Damn.
and then that's why I got so fat in middle school because I was just like, now that I'm a little bigger, I can eat whatever the fuck I want.
So was the food that you were paying for at least good? Because I wouldn't
No,
pay
it
for the
was
shit I
god
was served.
awful. It was cardboard box pizza.
Right.
Like, it was fucking terrible
Chicken was
chicken.
rubbery.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
You know what they should do? I feel like the government should just take away paying for tuition, paying for school lunches, paying for anything that actually stops a child from progressing, right? Because every day one of our biggest concerns is education, right? When it comes to the world map of who knows what, we're not really doing too well. I had this class in college that they were talking about India and how the school actually went to implement a daily lunch, and doing that itself improved test scores, I believe, like 30% across the board. Shoot, let's do that here. You know,
This is why he's an
Why not?
entrepreneur. This is
It just it's just simple things, and kids can't control that.
it's frustrating, but I'm looking at the screen. I see a little bit of comic relief coming up. Thank God, because we could have gotten real
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, absolutely. I try and balance. So number 3.
Number 3.
A Florida woman arrested for assault over a slice of pizza.
Child was hungry.
Yeah, apparently.
No, that's Florida.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Florida continues to hold it down for the most bizarre reasons to get arrested. And let's be real, a lot of these situations involve food. Most of us hate when people play with our food, and I'm sure if we make any threats, they aren't to be taken too seriously. There's also a reason why the term hangry exists, and maybe that's why 22-year-old De'Erica Cooks was when she allegedly attacked another woman over a slice of pizza. Whew. You see, Sis was reportedly upset when she asked for a slice of the pie and was denied, according to the St. Augustine record. The St. Johns County Sheriff's Office then said Cooks became angry with the other woman and told her, "I'm going to cut you," while she had a steak knife in her hand. She was definitely hungry. Cooks is accused of trying to attack the other woman with the knife, but deputies said a man who was in the house was able to take the knife away from Cooks before things got real. Cooks was subsequently arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. She told investigators she did not remember much about the incident. It wasn't immediately clear who the other woman was to Cooks or the nature of their relationship. She remained in jail Saturday afternoon, and her bond amount was set at $1,500, according to the county sheriff's records. And this is why Snickers brands their food as "You're not yourself when you're hungry."
Just another
That's
Tuesday
expensive.
in Florida.
That's expensive ass pizza.
That's one expensive slice.
Where was the pizza from? Did we say?
No, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it matters.
Yeah, it
this kind of
does.
does matter.
Because if it was
If it's Pizza Hut, I understand. If it's Pizza Hut, I get
Pizza
it.
Hut, Papa John's, Domino's, yes.
No
If it's-
Domino's, no.
I wouldn't
If
go
it's
with
Little
Domino's.
I'm not risking my life over
Caesars,
Domino's.
CC's.
Nothing like that
If it's-
authentic,
yeah,
you know,
they'll
Yeah.
replace it.
Florida pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's not pizza, I'm not losing my life over nothing else but pizza.
Actually, Chuck E. Cheese pizza is lit though.
When is
It
the
had to be
last
the
time you've
last
been to
slice.
Chuck E. Cheese to have some pizza?
You got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
You went
No,
there
I'm
late.
just saying, like, as a child, Chuck E. Cheese pizza was like top tier.
As a
That
child.
was elite shit.
When's the
It
last
was
time you've been?
DiGiorno's.
I would go
It's
to
been a
war
long
over
time.
Chuck E. Cheese pizza
Yeah,
as
like,
a 10-year-old.
like what the
Are
fuck?
they still open?
Yeah.
Chucky looks a lot slimmer now. Like
Chucky is on.
yeah.
Chucky on
went
that.
on
Chucky
Watch
lost
it.
some weight.
Chucky had.
Eating that
He got a
gluten-free
keto
pizza.
diet.
Chucky is now vegan.
Yeah,
He don't eat vegan
and
pizza.
Chucky had a Coke problem. Those
Yeah, we all see them now. The band
He's
broke
still,
up.
he's still
up the
doing well
dairy.
though. Chucky's still
Yeah,
alive and doing well.
You know they got
He
rid of the
took-
band.
the little
The band's not there. He ain't got no friends no more. That's why
God.
he's
Just
skinny.
Chucky?
It's just Chucky. That's why
Oh,
he's
wow.
skinny.
He pulled a
Yeah,
Beyonce.
He put he left.
Damn.
him.
I ain't know that.
Who were the other characters that Chuck? How would he get on?
It
Chuck
was
E.
the
Cheese?
girl. It was the girl with the eyes, the little bird. She used to play the piano, and then
That's
they had
right.
like the Warwist, and he used to play like the drums.
That's right.
And then he had like another friend. It was another
How often
one.
did you go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, we used to go
All
to
the
Chuck E. Cheese
time.
all the fucking time. Like every birthday party, every like gathering. Hey, we used to be in that pit ball all the time, ball pit all the time, stuck in the
Okay.
tunnels.
I feel like we went like once
Maybe twice.
a year or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh.
You were.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Privilege.
Real regular.
All
Real
right.
regular.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, so number 4.
Number 4.
Are you guys familiar with Danny DeCane?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So, Danny DeCane front woman Aubrey O'Day says she wants Barack Obama to be her sperm donor. Let that sink in.
Number 5.
Now, what's gonna happen? Michelle gonna whoop her ass.
Right.
They're
So
gonna be into that.
I will pay. To
she
see
actually
it.
likes. She said, "Go ahead."
Okay, so Aubrey O'Day has a case of baby
I'm
fever,
confused.
but old girl is being very selective about who will help her on her journey to motherhood. I would like to do a show about inseminating me with some brilliant man's sperm so I can have a child, Aubrey 35 told Page 6, and she apparently has someone presidential in mind. Dream donor, Barack Obama, she affirmed, because he's brilliant, classy, kind, compassionate, witty, gorgeous, everything that a great woman deserves, and that's why he's got a great woman. Just recently, Aubrey claimed her ex... Donald Trump Jr. was her soulmate, so I think it's safe to say that she isn't trying to break up a happy home, just have a baby. We all know former President Obama, who has been married to Michelle Obama since 1992, is a great father to his 2 daughters, 21-year-old Malia and 18-year-old Sasha. With that said, it's highly unlikely that he's trying to father any other babies or be a donor for that matter. Aubrey has had babies on her mind since her split from Jersey Shore star Pauly D. But before her and Pauly D were a thing, it was Trump Jr., whom she first met when they were filming The Celebrity Apprentice back in 2011. I am gagging as I'm
Donald
reading
Trump Jr.
Are y'all serious?
I did
What?
not know that.
Yes,
What
this is
a resume
all
she
in the
has.
blog.
Of trash men.
This was all
Exactly.
the blogs.
Pauly D and Donald Trump Jr.
I was alright with Pauly D, but until
Were you?
I mean, I didn't care. But until you just said Trump Jr.
At first, I thought it just said her ex Donald Trump, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna stop reading the story.
Wow.
That is definitely a thing.
But she
Wow.
was dating Trump Jr. back in 2011. She
Wow.
spilled tea on their relationship, releasing 2 songs following their split that are alleged to be aimed at him, including DJT and a remix of how do you say his name? Godier? Is it Godier?
Yeah.
Godier's hit "Somebody That I Used to Know." For now, Aubrey is currently back in the studio working on music with a few of her Danity Kane sisters, Shannon B and Dawn Richard. She recently also expressed interest in helping Diddy revive MTV's Making the
Stop.
Band,
We don't want you.
a show that launched
The reruns.
a show that launched Danity Kane to stardom. So it's not really clear whether she ideally plans to have a baby or who she'll actually get to father the child, but I think it's safe to say it won't actually be Obama.
Listen, Aubrey. All right. You shot your shot and it didn't work. Now, listen. I know this guy from New York, all right? Jamaican, Haitian, and handsome. With some dreams, all right? Making a band was my show, all right? I'm just saying, like, think
That is
about
an
it.
offer she cannot refuse.
Have you seen Aubrey lately?
Yeah, have you seen her
She
lately?
does not look good. No.
Let's sign an agreement. I'll give you a turkey baster and call it a day.
I don't want that to be my child's mother.
And I'm taking you for child support.
But why come out and like that's shit you think about? Like
You
that's
don't
not
say
shit
that.
you just come out and say.
I think at this point her career is so
It's attention.
done
Yeah.
that she needs every bit of attention to make her relevant. And then Diddy would, as a result, have to put her on Making the Band because her name is in people's mouths.
Diddy don't got to put her on shit.
What no one really remember. I feel like the only
Aubrey's
people
the
we
reason
remember,
that Danny Kane broke up.
but we only remember.
We're not
We're
gonna
not
act. We're not gonna act like this wasn't a Diddy group and doomed for failure from the
But
start.
did y'all not watch the episode?
No, I
Like,
actually
she
thought
was-
they were going to be something.
I
Day
did too.
26. I
They
thought
were
they
not.
were.
I liked Danny
Aubrey was
Kane.
problematic. She was always starting arguments. She started becoming a diva. She started changing her face.
She did, and her.
And
well,
then
yeah.
at the table, I remember vividly, she was trying to go at Diddy, and Diddy was like, "You fired." And he was like, "A matter of fact, all y'all bitches fired." He said- In my mind, he said bitches, but so all y'all fired. And he just said, "Don, I'm gonna work on a special project with you." Hence, Dirty Money.
yeah.
didn't
What was
we
that
get-
one song they had? Danny Kane.
Danny, which one? They had
They had
Damage?
shows.
They
that-
had-
they
that's
had
like
shows-
Showstopper.
Damage was the bar mitzvah slapper.
You go right now, put that on at a retirement party. It's lit.
What happened to D Woods?
D Wood said, "Fuck this shit."
Absolutely, and then she started becoming like a video girl, not like
Really?
like she
I
was
used to
featured
love
in videos
D-Woods.
as like that girl that everyone was trying to get. She's in the U video.
Yeah, she is
with Lloyd.
Oh,
And
is,
then
is she the girl?
She's that
Really?
girl.
I didn't know that.
When you watch her, she's the main girl, and she's also a part of Every Girl in the World, that Young Money song.
Oh, really?
She just became like the main girl in videos, but
then
she was
she
really
disappeared.
talented.
Her and Dawn. I used to love her.
She's
and
not
Dawn.
I
Corinne
enjoyed
Stephens,
them.
though.
Yeah.
Huh?
She's not a Corinne Stephens.
No, and thank God, I didn't want that for her. I didn't want that for her.
Here's the thing. I feel like with the sperm donor issue that we got here, like, yeah, he could give her sperm, but it doesn't mean the baby's gonna end up being like Barack. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
That's on
like,
him.
yeah, that's on her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as a
him
mother.
too, yeah,
You know,
he would still have Aubrey's trashy side.
exactly.
But it's like if you want him to be, raise him that way.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
all you gotta. I mean, he may not look like Barack. He probably not gonna look like Barack,
Right.
but fucking raise him
Baby
that
ain't
way.
gonna
Yeah.
look like her either. You know, it was just a really out of pocket statement.
$7
Yeah.
It's
billion.
just like what?
It's just one of those things, like one of those stupid questions that like they ask like in interviews now.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, hey, like who's your celebrity crush? And it's like
right.
I'm married. Like my celebrity crush is my husband. You
Right.
know, like,
That's how a
Inappropriate.
responsible celebrity answers. One who is coming towards the end of a check responds
Yeah.
like this.
I want Michelle to respond.
I want
to that.
Michelle to run up on her. No,
I won't respond. I just want somebody to be like, so how do you feel about it? I just want to see what she gonna say.
Michelle not gonna say nothing, but when she sees her,
It's over.
When will Michelle and Aubrey be in the
I
same
think
room?
she gonna pull up on
Never.
Aubrey.
They will never be in the same.
Aubrey would have had to
Never.
do
She
what
gonna pull
the
up.
young man did and scale the top of a building.
Yeah, exactly.
to get into the function.
Because clearly she ain't gonna get getting through the front door.
Right.
She
Oh,
get
yeah,
it
one
in
of their
there.
daughters is going to whoop Aubrey's
Right.
ass. That's what's
The
gonna
lady
happen.
gonna find her on the street.
Number 5, Aubrey O'Day climbs the side of a. What would she do for a baby?
Okay, so number 5.
Number 5.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West reportedly working with Donald Trump to get ASAP Rocky released from Swedish
Great.
jail. What a mouthful.
Oh great.
ASAP Rocky has been in Swedish jail for about 2 weeks and with no signs of him being released anytime soon. However, it looks like there may be a light at the end of the tunnel. According to TMZ, Donald Trump is aware of ASAP's imprisonment and is allegedly working to get him released with the help of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Sources tell TMZ Kim and Kanye recently took a trip to the White House, lobbying for Donnie to get involved in ASAP's case. Prosecutors have yet to determine whether or not he should be charged with aggravated assault and have no plans of releasing him until they do. Donnie's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is allegedly spearheading the effort as Kanye allegedly convinced Kim to call him up and explain the situation. TMZ says once Kim and Kanye heard about ASAP's legal troubles, Kanye urged Kim to speak to Kushner. Kimmy and Jared reportedly have a close relationship as they have worked together on previous White House work. Jared allegedly takes the information to Donnie, who allegedly believes ASAP is being treated unfairly and wants to help.
Who allegedly?
Right. As previously reported, ASAP was arrested in Sweden about 2 weeks back after a spat with a Swedish citizen was caught on camera. Apparently, the man who can be seen speaking with ASAP security had been following and harassing the rapper and his entourage. It is unclear exactly what happened, but other clips show the conversation coming to blows. Unfortunately, that has led to ASAP being behind bars. Since his arrest, ASAP has had to cancel various bookings, and celebrities have taken to social media in a campaign to get him released. Multiple reports have come out saying ASAP could be living in unbearable and horrific conditions in jail. However, these reports have not yet been confirmed. We do know for sure that ASAP will be behind bars until prosecutors make a decision on his behalf.
We're really in a time where Kim Kardashian can get a nigga out of jail.
You know, I'm really over it. I'm really over
That's
her.
my first question.
But
what did he do? Like, did anybody? Why is he? What did he do?
There was an altercation.
There's an
that was caught on
altercation
camera.
with the guys that were following him around. They already attacked his bodyguard. They were smacking girls on the butt. They kept following him. ASAP and his team said, "Quit following me." And then eventually they put ASAP's team put their hands on the guys, and then that's why they're arrested.
Is everybody in jail?
Everybody in jail.
Oh, okay.
ASAP's
You know
in jail, and the rest of the team's in jail.
But it's like in a plane crash when a celebrity dies and everyone else is the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take one less fucking problems for all the kids at the border to be free. Honestly,
Right.
but I don't give a shit about ASAP Rocky.
It's like a baby. I said.
Didn't people say something like ASAP was like real?
ASAP said
what did
he
say?
cannot identify with the people in Ferguson and what they're going through because he's in Soho. He doesn't have those problems. He
because
cannot
he's rich.
understand the plight of those people dying
He said that for real?
at the hands of police brutality.
Yeah.
Did he?
But now that he's in jail, they want us to sign a petition. Oh, I can't understand. I've never been to Soho, so I don't understand. Actually, I've never been to fucking Sweden.
I've never been.
So
to
I
Swedish
can't
jail.
understand these Sweden's problems for American.
What is going on? Dennis Rodman is talking to North Koreans. Like fucking
I saw that too.
Kanye West is like running the White House. What is going on?
I don't know.
Kim Kardashian,
What-
the new Johnny Cochran.
I don't know what's
Can we
going
Somebody
not-
on.
snap! Somebody
He is-
pinch me. This can't be real.
He is spinning profusely in his grave because you just said
But
that.
you know what I mean. Like now she can get
She
people
is
out of
the
jail.
Johnny Cochran.
Like, you know, like now she's a lawyer, and who would have thought she could really get somebody out of jail?
I
think
do.
that's for like not a front per se, but just kind of like, hey, I can do more than what I started as, is
That is
fucking
the-
somebody.
No,
Hey, if
So
her
you
dad-
think she's doing it literally from the heart? Like I really mean
I
it.
don't.
I don't know.
think
See,
she's
that's
doing it
my
from the
whole
heart.
thing. I think it's some other shit why she's doing this.
The reason for me is like Donald Trump's approach. Okay, so they had this press conference, at least from what I got to see, and in that he basically talks about how we have to get ASAP Rocky out. What's his wife's name? Melania.
Yeah, Melania said.
Because
Melania
two
want
of
to
his
put him
wives
on.
had the same name. But yeah, he was saying that she put him onto ASAP Rocky's music and stuff like that. Which I'm
Melania
just like,
Trump,
the bitch that copyrights.
Yeah, Melania's the one
speeches.
that brought it to
Donald's
Donald's
attention.
attention that
Fuck
maybe
outta
should
here.
help out ASAP Rocky because the African American really
cares
connect
about
with
him.
him and
Yeah.
really connect. And then he said something like he can vouch for ASAP.
Right.
That
We are
ASAP's
all
really
one.
Donald
good.
said this?
And he also said the African American community really feel this way, and we are all one.
Right.
I hate the way he labels
No one
us.
took a poll and asked me.
Why does he label us like that? Like, oh, in my African community people.
My-
like, why does he say that?
My African American supporter. You know
I hate when
why?
he's like, why does he do that?
But that's why I don't think that Kim's approach is authentic, because Donald Trump has shown many times that he is prejudiced. So it's like now we're all one in this press conference for ASAP Rocky, who clearly does not think we are all one. Like, what? How many contradictory statements can you throw in front of CNN in
Yeah.
less than 60 seconds?
Yeah.
They're all frauds. They're all frauds, but this is the country we're living in.
If you told me 10 years ago that the lady who sucked off Ray J was going to be running the White House, I would say,
Kim's
you
gonna be president.
lying.
I really, 2028, Kim's gonna be president.
She's the definition
Okay.
of
I'm
speaking
not
in
voting for her.
existence.
Okay.
I believe it.
Okay.
Do you think this is
And then
all
Ray J's going to
we're
come out
laying
with another song called I Hit It First. Remember that?
Yeah.
Presidential remix.
Watch my word. Kardashian 2028.
Nah.
Okay.
Who's voting? No one's voting for her.
Keeping up with the White House.
Someone will vote.
I mean, yeah,
Kanye
but
fans.
Oh, somebody will
Yeah,
vote.
I'm not voting.
We need
Okay.
to not underestimate the influence of pop culture. We need to not underestimate the influence of pop culture figures after Donald Trump worked his way into the White House.
Okay, I'm
Kim
about to say
Kardashian
anything
could
is
easily
possible.
take the
but
seat
he
if she
didn't
wanted
work himself in. Like he didn't really do anything.
He
to get
cheated.
There.
He did cheat, but
to. But he's there.
but he's there now, and now anything's possible.
No,
We've
they gonna
seen.
rectify
We've
it.
watched Scandal. We've watched 6 seasons of Scandal.
Seven.
Anything is possible. I know how this
I don't want
works.
it.
I
I'm
feel
about to be a
defeated
little bit
talking
Pope.
about this.
Yeah, me too.
But that was all for bitch. You better read.
Oh, that's it.
Our first female president, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
Oh my! Well, y'all
What?
stop saying this into existence.
What?
that's it.
What's my favorite word?
It was so loud.
What's my favorite word?
And now it's time for the talk. I mean, the topic. Well, I was about to say the talk. The topic.
That's what you need Sunday morning at Too Short to get you going.
Right.
Why didn't you?
Because we were on the line. So we can't really play.
Oh, that makes sense. So.
That doesn't make
You
sense.
should have gave me one for the Lion King.
Anyway, so the topic for today is.
Back up. Watch out. You done wound me up. Not to show you what I'm working with.
Anyway,
So
so
I don't know why you.
It doesn't feel the
I
same
don't know
now.
why you wanted that one.
anyway, so the topic for today is lies you told to get out of sex. So have y'all ever like told lies to not have sex with anybody?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So okay. So
I don't
my
think-
question
I don't
is
think that's in my art. Like I don't think I've ever done that. No.
to not have sex with somebody.
No, I think
Because
if
I'm
the
privileged
opportunity
enough.
presented itself, I always did.
I lied
Every
to
single
get out
time?
of sex.
You like what?
I lied to get out of sex after it started one time.
So okay, my situation. This happened in like I want to say February. So this girl was just talking like hella shit, like, oh, I can't wait to do this, can't wait to do that, blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So she gave me head, and I was like, this was horrible. Like, if the head is trash, I feel like
Yeah.
the sex about to be trash. So I'm like, okay, you know. So then she kind of, I could have said no to fucking, but we had sex, but I'm like, I couldn't even stay up because I'm like, this is horrible. Like, this is really trash.
Now,
Trash.
Was the sex horrible before it started, or was the head? So
Eric, I can't
bad?
hear
The
you.
head was trash.
Okay.
So when she like, while I'm laying there, she wanted to get on top first. I'm like, all right, cool. And like, I feel like the way she was just riding it was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's just like if you see me moving this way, why are you moving the opposite way? Like, and then when I'm trying to follow you, you're doing some other shit. Like, I'm trying to be on the same page, but it just wasn't fucking working. So I just kept getting on soft. So somehow she came, and I'm just like, I don't even understand how you came if I'm on soft. So the next day she was like,
It sounded like she didn't need you very much.
at all. Yeah. So then the next day she was like, yeah, because she came out here to like visit. So and she stayed with me. So she was like, hey, when you get home, meet me in the shower. And I was like, I just don't really feel good. Like I'm really sick. Like, you know, I just lied. So then when I got home, I was doing all this extra ass coughing and sneezing. I'm fine. Like I'm not sick whatsoever. And then she was mad. Like, I mean, cool, you mad, whatever. But yeah, so that's one lie I've told to like get out of sex. And I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that.
How long did she stay with you after that moment, and did you guys attempt to have sex again?
No, she probably stayed like what 3-4 days.
And you guys, when
was
did the first attempt?
She was here for a
happen?
very
The
long
night
time.
she got there,
So for the next 3 days,
I was sick. I was sick.
Oh.
The next 3 days, I was sick. You should have heard the dumbass coughing I was doing. Like it was. I mean, you could tell
It
I
was
was
so
lying.
fucking
but,
extra. I heard it all the way in my room.
yeah, you could tell I was lying, but whatever. I was sick.
I just thought of a story actually. I was with this girl, and it was like sometime in high school, and she our date was we went to her school's like talent show or something. It was a really lame date or something. And so I was like, if I'm gonna put that work in, I mean, I feel like something's gonna happen. So we get there,
I should
and
be
we're,
rewarded.
and like we're lying, and we're lying in her bed, and then all of a sudden it just stops, and like we're just like talking, and like I'm like 18 years old. I'm like, this is not good, and she like just starts talking about like, what is this? And I was like, we went on one date together. So I texted my friend and I was like, hey, can you pretend to be my mom and get mad about stealing the car? And so he calls me up and he's just like, and he starts yelling at me. He's like, how fucking dare you steal the car from the garage? Like, and I'm like, you see it says mom and she's really mad right now. I gotta go.
See, I have my friends are quick to plant a phone call. Like we work like clockwork. Like, call me in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I got you. Don't even need an excuse.
Yeah.
We just start making up a story. I've done that at least 20 times.
That's
Yeah.
the best cancellation method ever.
Oh, at least 20.
But do y'all think it's bold to like lie to get out of sex or no?
No.
It's what?
Is it fucked up?
No.
Nah, you gotta do what works for you.
Yeah. Sex is
I've
supposed to
lied
make
to
you
like,
feel good,
oh,
so
I'm
if you don't
too
want to
drunk,
do
I
it.
can't get hard when I'm drunk.
'Cause women
You
have
said
never
that?
lied
Oh,
with
I've
sex.
said that.
Calvin, what?
I know, it's such a
I
lie.
mean,
Did it work?
Yeah.
Whiskey dick is a real thing. That's not
That's
like a
true,
good.
yeah.
That's like a good lie.
No,
What?
not- but tequila dick is real and Hennessy dick is real.
Whiskey dick
Yeah.
is real.
Whiskey dick is real. Tequila dick is.
But
definitely
is it
right.
Erect.
But wait, is it like when you're
Right.
drunk? That's supposed to be like you're supposed to be ready
Certain
to go or
liquor,
something like that.
dark liquor and tequila will get you there.
Oh yeah, no, you could. Trust
Yeah.
me, you could have some technical difficulties if you drink the wrong combination.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never
fuck
heard
yeah.
this
But you
before.
know what? It also depends how
Like
much.
any dick?
My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no.
It also depends how much you're attracted to that person. That plays a huge part in it when you're drunk. Because when I was in college and we, road trip or whatever, if you just really just wanted to fuck and you just like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go to sleep or whatever, you're good. But if you're attracted to this woman and you're like, oh shit, she's sexy as fuck, hey, you throw that Hail Mary and you go for it.
That's right.
And I think the fucked up part is that we haven't talked since she left. Like since.
When was that?
This was like sometime in February.
Oh shit.
And then like I remember she asked me like while I was at work the next day, like, so was my head good? I couldn't tell if you liked it. If you have to ask me, come on. Like it was trash. Like you had to know.
How did you
You sh-
respond in real time, though?
I was like, oh yeah, it was cool.
You know what you should have done? You should have brought home like a thing of bananas and been like, bitch, get practice.
Cucumber challenge.
You're not gonna teeth my dick. You're not gonna skin
But
me.
no, I just told her like, yeah, it was cool. I mean, I didn't. I could have told her the truth, but if she wasn't staying with me, then I had to just at least say it was all right, at least. So
Shoot, I remember, what was it? I had to be like, maybe like 19, 20. So, chilling, doing my thing, spreading my seeds.
Sowing his roy oats as he looks into the camera. He's like, hey, just so you know.
But, so I decided to get a little quick something in the bathroom. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of those
wait, where the bathroom of what?
Oh, this is at school. This is at school. So I had just moved in, matter of fact. So went to the side, go make a little quick move, and I wasn't really feeling it. It was just spur of the moment, like situation. I wasn't really even feeling the person I was doing it with, kind of thing. So what happened is, I'm in there and I kind of slipped a little bit. Right, but this is
On the
this
floor?
is God. Like not even that. Like my legs slipped. Like I was, I'm in the floor slippery. So then, next thing I know, she's like, "Oh, you came?" And now in my head, I had that golden moment. It's like, all right, I know I don't want to be here. I can say yes and just leave, or keep going. So I was like, yeah, I finished. No. Just flush the empty condom out of there.
I know she had to be mad.
Oh, she didn't even know.
I'm
I
like,
don't know.
oh, it's so
That's
amazing. Wow.
I did that before too though. Like I've lied and acted like I came, but I didn't come at all because I knew I should not been fucking this girl. So I was like I was in the middle of it and I just gave like maybe 3 strokes. And I was like, oh shit, I just came. And she was like, you came? And I was like, yeah, I mean, sorry. And then I just left.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Some of us actually have that problem. Some of us can't fake it.
Now,
Sorry,
Chris,
this is
why
really
should you
awkward.
have been fucking her?
She was very okay, so let's just say imagine she wasn't attractive.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just say that. She was about 5'2". She was very, very stubby and fat. And
Yikes.
Kelvin knows who I'm
I know
describing.
who you're
I used to
talking
work with her too, so it's kind of like.
Oh, she is such a fucking gremlin.
Like I knew for a fact I should not have been there.
This is the thing. Back when Chris thought I liked vagina, he tried to make me like do it to her.
Ew.
No, I
Or
didn't.
like you tried to set me
No,
up.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't remember this.
You try. I remember it. I was.
I don't remember this.
Nah, bro, I'm good, bro.
I don't remember.
I'm
Why
good,
would I
bro.
try with her?
I don't know why.
Wait, with her?
Yeah.
Tell the story. I don't believe this.
We were sitting there. Picture it.
I'm
The
picturing.
the grill area is here. It's like the outside area. You know, like in the college
Yeah.
student center, you know, had the different restaurants. She's over there in her work uniform,
Looking a mess, probably.
looking
Probably had flour and shit all over.
terrible
So she was a gremlin.
ass.
So she was
She
doing
was-
the night shift.
She was staying away from all the water, and she was right there. And then Chris was like, "Hey, bro, like she going," and I was like, "Okay, where's she going?" He was like, "Nah, she's down with the get down." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool, great."
This never happened.
This definitely happened.
I don't
remember
that.
it so vividly.
Chris, why would you do that?
I
Why
don't
would he
remember
try to
this.
set me up?
I don't remember this. I really don't.
Why do y'all entertain women and bring the why are people entertained that you don't want in your bedroom? How do they get there? Like I've never.
Okay, this how happened.
Sometimes.
Like
Sometimes you get desperate.
the girl I'm
Really?
talking about, like she really was for head only. Like she used to just love
She
giving
had
me head.
purpose.
Like that's all she wanted to do. And I was like,
Solid?
great. Yeah, it was good. I was like, cool. If that's all you want to do, I'm totally fine with that. So one day she was like, I want to fuck, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, so I'm just thinking like maybe I should, cause like if you giving me head all the time, I mean maybe I could do that, maybe. So I got there and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? So I just gave her 3 strokes and I left.
I would never.
What was the position?
Back shots.
Oh well, you know.
So I didn't have to
hit
look
that
at
from
her.
the back, but she was so ill built. It was no
I
ass.
know.
That's like getting it
I
from the
know.
front.
I know. And I left.
Oh,
I left,
child.
so-
Ugh.
And she, of course, she was pissed, but I mean, hey,
Did she come when she went after work? Like, did she come after work?
did she come?
No,
No,
she
did she
came
go to
over
you
to
after
right
work,
after
like
work,
work
smelled like
uniform?
chicken.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, nigga, whenever I wanted it, like literally, she didn't care.
Smelled like Chick-fil-A number 2.
That shit was like Uber head.
Number 2.
Right, she wouldn't give a damn.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Always.
Like I remember one time, like she had a boyfriend. We all stayed in the same dorm. It was a co-ed dorm, and she lived on this floor. He was like he stayed maybe 2 doors down. She came down there. She came from his room to come to my room to give me some head. She was that much of a goer. I don't want to call her a hoe, but she went that
she
was
was
that much.
going, okay?
The way y'all just dragged her on the show, do you think she listens?
No,
If she does, she knows it's
I don't
not-
even think she. Yeah, no. She doesn't listen. No. But that was all for the topic.
Okay. Let me play your outro, then we're going to get into some comments. Because
Yeah.
they're going in on you.
Because
Chris.
I've never.
They go. Oh my, let me go look.
Have I lied? I don't think I've lied to get. If I have, it's just been like I have to get up early for work, but
Oh, I lied.
it hasn't been anything. I don't let it get. I don't get that far with people I'm not attracted
Oh,
to.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just find yourself in situations like you go on simple dates and then it's like, whoa, wait, hold on, wait, hold on, this wasn't part of the plan.
I had this girl come over one time, and mid hooking up, she was like, "I'm not really feeling this," and I was like, "Okay, well, you're at my house. You're more than welcome to leave if you're not comfortable." And she's like, "You know what? I'll stay." And she stayed the entire night, like on the other side of the bed. And so I had the house to myself, and I had to walk the dogs in the morning. And when I set an alarm, I lie in bed for 30 minutes, and I get to work. So as soon as that 7:30 alarm went up, I was like, "You need to go.
Time to get
These
up.
dogs need to pee, and you need to go." Nice knowing you.
And so I'm horrible with kicking somebody out. I try to kick an ex out, and
Which one?
the last one that moved in,
Chris, which one?
Yeah, I don't know.
the ones whose bag you stole and clothes.
I didn't steal his bag.
You stole his clothes?
First of all, the clothes was in Kelvin room, but I have his bag. You said he wanted the bag. Does he want it?
Yeah, he wanted it back then, and then you still stole it.
Is he ever coming to get it?
No, he's never come by the house to
Oh,
get it.
great. I can
But
keep
I have
it
to
there.
meet him in a let's like like those custody things. Meet him in a McDonald's
police
parking lot.
station.
Yeah, like
Yeah, if he don't want it,
make
I'm
a
keeping
drop
it.
off. We do
If he don't want the bag, I'm keeping it.
exchange. You need to give him back his thing. No, but broke up with him, and then like he couldn't get into his apartment, so he had to stay the night. It was really awkward.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he was lying. Had to be. I
think
don't believe
it was so awkward. Like,
If you get locked out of your apartment, like, how do you get back in the next day? Like,
exactly. Like, I said, my roommate's gone. I said, this is so fucking awkward. Just
So what was the night?
oh, I fell asleep.
Allegedly.
Kelvin,
No,
really
I
knows how to-
definitely fell asleep.
Kelvin really knows how to pull him.
Child. Now it's time for some comments.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. Where should we start? Jeez Louise. Let's start all the way back with ASAP. Well, hold on. Let's go even further.
Jesus.
Ray said, "What's up, y'all?" Okay, here we go.
Hey, Ray.
Chuck E. Cheese was on crack. Fucking ASAP Rocky. I wouldn't sign shit. That's what Lyrical is saying. Lyrically Black. Kim ain't running shit. She's not that intelligent. She's just a face. There are two sisters doing the legwork. This is very true. There are two other lawyers that are doing the legwork and making sure people are getting exonerated, and she's just being the face. Simone says she loves Savage Chris. Charlie said, although Chris, all throughout Chris's stories, he's screaming. They said, wow, her pussy must have been weak. Ray's laughing. Ray's also laughing at Ryan saying, you see it, right? It says mom. Charlie said, it's easier for women to lie. We have so many excuses. Vonnie said, why lie? Just say you don't want to fuck. And then Lyrical said, Black said, Jen will get you there. Jen, don't fluid. And then Vonnie said, men ask us all the time. Simone also asked Chris, how bad could head get? Head could get really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Head can get trash.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
I've never had bad head. God has really blessed me.
No, I'm not even going to get into this.
Please. No, please.
There's levels to head. Don't just put your fucking mouth on it. That's not head.
Don't scrape.
You got a term for that. We call it porn star style.
Yeah.
If you can't do it porn star style, get the fuck away from
Yeah.
Or
it.
just
That
a
says
dead
it all right
fish.
there.
I don't
Oh,
like
no.
the dead fish head. Just put your mouth on it and think you're doing
Dead
something.
who?
Dead fish.
Just don't scrape my
The fuck
teeth
is
like
that?
it's corn
They
on the
just put their
cob.
mouth on
Like,
you,
that's...
You think they're doing something.
Oh.
Who are you fucking with, Kelvin? That did that. Like, who are you fucking with? That
This
did
is
that?
why I'm
That's
single.
so bare minimum.
This is why, exactly. Bottom bitch ass barrel. Okay. Vonnie also says, I want to know what you were doing while she was giving you head. Were you just sitting there?
Chris was probably texting.
Were you, she said, were you a rack
Following my
receiver?
texts.
She said, you got to stroke the kitty. Feel on her breast.
Chris, did you do anything?
Ray
to
said, let her
stimulate
know.
I felt on her breast, yeah. I wasn't.
Did you do it like you cared?
Yeah. She had big breasts. She was big, so yeah, she had big breasts.
Chris, I just, I feel like there was no enthusiasm for the moment.
It was. Back then, it was.
Continue,
I
Kelvin.
admire you, Chris. I look up to you.
He's doubling down. But he did say, you're talking about the young lady that you said wasn't, well, he called her a gremlin. So that says it all right there.
Yeah.
Like, shit, you can't get any worse than a gremlin.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
Vonnie said, just masturbate and stop being lazy. Women who are into you will do the most to give you good head. And that's the truth, Vonnie. I agree. If they into you, they're going to do the most. But if they not, child, don't give me no dead fish. Move the fuck around.
So, yeah. That it is time for the question of the day. Chris, Kelvin, who wrote it this week?
I think I saw it somewhere on Twitter. But can you read it?
Question. Question.
Can you stop playing?
Question.
That? Read it.
Question. Question.
Eric, I moved that this nigga doesn't do the board anymore. I hate when he plays that song over and over.
How many times did he play it? I don't have the headphones
I think
on.
it was 4.
Oh, okay.
All right, the question of the day.
Question.
All right, the question of the day. Do you think marriage license should expire like state driver's license to give people an option to part ways or renew?
Oh, yeah, I
that
saw
is
that
a
too.
really
Oh,
good
wow.
question.
Yeah, I
that's
saw this on
really
Twitter.
good.
Can you screenshot that and send it to me?
Like the tweet?
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, if I find it.
Thank
It's
you,
a Shade
you.
Room post, too.
Is it? Oh,
Oh, is it?
never mind.
Oh.
Ah, fuck you.
But yeah, like I saw it on Twitter because at first I was like, I was actually considering, but then I was like, what the fuck is the point of getting married then? Like, there's no point in getting married if you thinking like that.
I think yes.
I think
I
it's
agree,
I think it's
too.
got to be somewhat of like 10 years. Like it can't be like a 2-year thing. It's got to show some signs that this might last forever, and
Yeah.
then like they reevaluate at 10 years, and then that's cool because once your expires, it gives you a chance to renew your vows, like go over why you love that person.
What's the driver's license? Was it 3 years?
Was it?
I don't know. I still have the.
Because I know it was
vertical
like
one.
18.
I think it's like 5 because mine expires at the end of this.
Okay. Oh, right. Because
expires at the
mine,
end of
I
this
got
year.
mine
Mine
at
is
16, and
suspended.
then you had to renew it when you was 21, right? So it's
Yeah.
5 years.
Oh, you
We ain't got no
do?
cars.
I think.
I haven't renewed mine yet.
Since when?
I think mine expires this year.
Wait,
I
how
know-
old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine expires in December, and I know I got to get mine done.
I don't even know.
So
what
why
mine
are you
expires.
for it? Like, why do you say yes?
Because I say, with every relationship, it needs to be some time to evaluate, like, where are we at, how are we moving, what are we gaining, are we still on the same path, are our goals still aligned? And I think that this is a great way to honestly sit down and have that conversation with your partner.
Totally.
Like, hey, like, what are we doing? Like, okay, so we said we wanted kids. We ain't had none.
Yeah.
We said you want to move in your job. You ain't did that shit. What the fuck's going on? Or it'll be like, you know what? I really do enjoy this relationship. We are growing.
But
we are
wait.
learning.
And I think it would
Don't-
also make divorce smoother.
it would make divorce.
Yeah,
smoother.
because it's like, you know what? We reached our expiration date and it's not working. And like it's worse. I mean, it's worse when you're in a family where it's like all of a sudden they're just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Mhm.
Like that's worse than having an honest conversation about it and being like, hey, we're 10 years deep and
Yeah.
I'm not feeling it anymore. I mean, there's it's been like a lot of not like news stories, not like that big, but like I know a couple people who were in long relationships, 25 years, and then they realized that they were gay. And so then like, you know, there's things that change in your life and there's things that you've been holding in and there's definitely a time to talk about it. And like I think, you know, if the expiration date were to come and you want to have that conversation, it will make it so much smoother.
But the two things you just said, Kelvin, are those things to actually get a divorce over? Just because y'all haven't had kids yet?
For some people,
For some, that's a deal breaker.
But, I mean, just not yet, though. Like, I mean, of course, kids is maybe on the agenda, but just because y'all haven't had them yet?
After how many years are we talking?
3 or 5, because I think a driver's license is 3 to 5 years, or 3 or 5 years.
I think
That's too short.
I audio swapped the 25 years. I'm like, after 25 years, that kid could have been an adult. So,
Yeah.
But 3 to 5, I think, give it some time.
Yeah, I think that's kind of drastic to whole get a divorce.
But
No,
it's
I
really
was-
person to person. Some people know they want kids early.
but some people know within their first year of the marriage that it's not going to work out.
Why are you, what? In the first year of marriage?
Yeah.
Who gets married and thinks that?
You
No,
know,
some
many of
people-
our
Yeah, a
generation
lot of
There's
people-
it's a lot of like there's other
Because
factors too.
dating, granted I've never been married, but I can imagine that dating someone and marrying someone is totally different. Like
Yeah.
I look at my brother and my sister who just got married, and then my best friend who just got married, and she's already talking about like the difference between dating somebody and then living in with somebody
Yeah.
and being with that person and having to share bills and responsibilities and playing the entire life together can really shift a whole relationship from what you
Yeah.
thought it was to something else. Because if you guys dated and did not really talk about great things she said, they had a debate over how they eat their grits. Is it sugar or is it sweet?
Yeah.
Because now we gotta make 2 pots of grits. So they really had this conversations like that you really don't think about, like
Yeah,
when you're going in.
These comparisons are kind of, I
Yeah.
don't know.
I just,
There's a
They
lot of
sound
like there's-
minute, but it's honestly if it's something that's that small, it could grow into something bigger.
It's a business. At the end of the day, people forget that marriage is a business. One of my
Absolutely.
cousins, he was engaged for like 5 or 6 years, living it up. I had never seen 2 happier people in my life. This motherfucker got married. They had a kid after the first 2 years, divorce going into the 3rd year.
Yeah.
And same thing, I was like, yo, what happened? The little small entities of things. Because when you're engaged, you're living together, it's kind of like,
You're in a honeymoon.
if I don't like this, she could go, I can go. We're renting this place out. You fucking buy a house, that shit becomes a business, you know, insurance. You have a kid. All of that, both of you all are in. If she has bad credit or whatever the case may be, all of that shit is one. And now you throw these fuckers in the mix and social
Yeah.
media.
But
yeah, it's a disaster for some people. But at the end of the day, I really think it's about the 2 people being mature enough to say, hey, I want to do this, I don't want to do this. And that's what it boils down to.
Yeah, and there I feel like there's other factors to marriage that you don't catch up. It's something you look for when you're looking for a lifelong partner. It's like for me as a stand-up comedian, there will be a time where I start to travel a lot. And I want someone by my side, my wife to be by my side. If I can't travel with my wife, then it's not going to work out. If she's just not a good person to travel with. If she's not social, if she doesn't want to spend a night out on the town at a comedy club or whatever. It's just there's deal breakers. There's the little things that you have to reevaluate as you go on in your relationship, and it's something you can look for in an actual relationship too.
Yeah, I feel like compromise is a huge thing because at the end of the day, who you end up, actually, one of my professors told me this. He said, who you are at 20 is not who you'll be at 30.
At all.
Don't get married till you're 30. And I heard that at 20, and I'm like, well, how about everybody who gets married at like 16? You know, the high school sweethearts and all this other stuff. But realistically, it's more about that commitment to the other person, or just kind of like, you're a business. All right, you're a great business person. We're going to live and grow, but are we going to continue to evolve through that? You feel me? But with that, renewing the marriage license, I agree with the 10 years because if you do 3 to 5, it's like, all right, well, I'll be here for a short bit.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Like, this is going to work out.
And also, 3 to 5, that's like the worst. Like, your kid is 3 to 5 years old. They're the worst at that age. So, like, obviously you're going to have problems at 3 to 5 years old. Like, it's just, it's on.
And then halfway through, you can even start finding your next relationship. That's the issue. You
Yeah.
can go on one vacation since you've been married, find the love of your life, and then hold on. All right, so I got some papers for you in 2 years. It's not personal, you know.
All that. Well,
So wait, what's the answer of the question for everybody?
just
So you say yes.
yes.
I'm gonna say yes as well.
It's a fuck no for me.
Is yes for me.
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Hell no.
I don't get how y'all saying yes. Eric, did you say your what's your reason on yes?
I just think I'm like speaking holistically. I think a lot of people jump head in without knowing the severity of what it is. And you know, the best teacher is experience. I hate that divorce has to be so lucrative because people are fucked up like that. But knowing the country and time that we're in, I think it's for people's best benefit that they're able to renew. In a perfect world, no, till death do us part. That's not the world we're living in. So I'm just thinking for the sake of the people, I think it should be an option. I personally, if I'm going to wait until the marriage makes sense. But for the masses, I think they should be able to renew.
I have a spin-off question based on this one because you did mention like divorce is lucrative. Do you think that there should be an expiration date on a prenup, like at a certain time in which you're like you've been in a long enough relationship where divorce doesn't seem like it's going to happen and the prenup kind of just goes out the window?
I'll say yeah.
What happens if you just let the prenup go out the window and then get divorced?
I mean, it is a
depends
business.
on the time, the time frame, because some people might be able to. The hungriest gold digger may be able to wait out that time period to get the coin, but I think there has to be a really strong window where it's like, damn, are you really a decade committed to getting this money? So
Look at Jeff Bezos' wife. She waited for hours.
But you talking about a different type of money. It's a basketball player. We were just talking about that, and he's going through a divorce, and that timeline that they just had waited long enough.
Right.
I'm gonna hang in for about 10 or 12 years, divorce, and I think it's just been confirmed she's about to get like $100,000 a month.
Oh, KG, right?
After a
Yep.
certain amount of
Yeah.
money, too, you know?
I write jokes. I don't write with women that I fuck around with to
Right.
say, hey, so I'll be like, yo, you haven't wrote not one of these fucking jokes, one of
Right.
these shows, get the fuck out. I don't know why these guys do that, but that comes from lack of prenup.
Yeah.
Oh, I really love her. Hey, man, this shit's a business, and I hate to say it like that, but it's different from when our grandparents were married.
Right.
It's like, hey, I've been knowing your grandmama since 16. We've married 50. Unfortunately, some of those days are gone, but not saying that it still cannot happen.
Yeah.
But you know, you lay money on it, you lay fucking $100 million on the table, everybody's perspective changed. You got
Absolutely.
family members that are turned on you, best friends, all of that. You put $100 million on the table. So yeah, that's what I don't believe in the contract thing waiting on. I'm like, no, my shit is my shit.
No, that's real. I still don't get the concept of spousal support. I'm like, your big ass ain't my child.
Well, until you start this charity organization while we was married, you could do a 9 to 5 while I wouldn't play ball or did
Absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah.
You chose to stay home.
And that amount is crazy. Like, why does the kid need 100,000?
It's a lifestyle that they've been since day one.
Accustomed to.
They've been accustomed to.
That's crazy.
So
How do you even come up with that number too?
100.
Like,
How old is the kid, dude?
I
forgot.
I have no idea.
Because the kid be like in fucking elementary. Like, what does he need 100,000 for?
You talking
To pull up to the lunch.
teenagers, under teenagers. But
Hey, you could pay the overdue lunch bills. Boom.
And I don't
There we
think
go. Callback. There we go. Solutions.
And that was only like 450 to 1,000. So now we're being
Easy.
excessive.
Yeah.
Easy.
But
Now he's
if
gonna buy
you're
everybody. He's
living
gonna
a
buy the
certain life,
cafeteria.
and you bring a young lady into that, you fall in love, and 10 years from now, you're still building. But now your income is a little higher with this young lady. She has nothing to do with it. Your career is still growing. She's been along for that fucking ride. So that's That's how these cats get caught up. Well, I've
That's
been known for
bullshit.
10 years. We've been married for 10 years. Yeah, but you didn't.
But you didn't work like I
Yeah.
did for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right.
You just witnessed it like a lot of people at fucking home.
Exactly.
They ain't getting
Boom,
nothing.
my man. There you go.
That's
There
crazy.
you go.
But I wanted to get into you guys' podcast. What's the name again?
It's called Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. So
Yeah.
where did that come from?
Well, I just love that drink.
So you picked the name?
I did, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I came up with the concept, and I just like I don't know. It's I enjoy the drink. I enjoy tequila, and it's just something. We never really do it at Sunrise, but it's a cool name. And we just talk to like comedians and artists, entrepreneurs, authors, whoever we want to talk to that week, and just kind of shoot the shit with them and get to their craft and how they got into that. And I mean, you guys are. What else do you have to say about it?
It's a cool show. It's like the funny in the show. Like if you come on, it's not going to be any serious conversation.
Okay.
So if you have a charity organization, you're going to promote that shit at the end of it.
Got it.
You know, you're not going to be serious in the mid because again, we're fucking drinking tequila and smoking herbs. So it's kind of like
Sounds good.
So as soon as you sit down, now you don't have to. That's the cool thing about it because we've had some guests that didn't drink or smoke, but it's about the conversations that we have because one answer leads to another one, and then the next thing you know, we start doing this thing where after the show, we'll still keep talking to the guests, and it becomes so funny. We're just like, hey, we're going to hit record again, and we'll record another 25, 30 minutes of stuff because that shit's even funnier sometimes. So it's
Yeah.
about just having fun. So, yeah.
We have like an archive of like extra episodes just because like we were just on a roll. Like people like we start talking. We're like, wait. This needs to be on the next episode. Like you need to start telling this story. Like it's just like a lot of good stories. Like a lot of funny. We have funny riffs with people. It's a good time, and we do it at my house. In the backyard or in the garage. Like you said, there's herb and tequila. We'd love to have you guys on, all you guys. That'd be really fun to come.
I don't know if Chris or Kelvin's lion ass can handle herb and tequila.
Do I have
take some
Do I
tequila.
have to drink?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just the theme of our show. We're not going to, like, push
But
anybody
if you
away.
want-
Even though you're fucking it up by not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
wait.
you have to take at least like you can have a mixed drink of tequila like Sprite.
What's the herb part?
The herb.
Yeah,
Weed.
we smoke weed.
Oh, weed. Oh,
We
okay.
smoke weed on
And
the
then
side.
we have an
Crystal's
old guy named Herb that like
Deals us oregano. And
I don't know why I
Yeah.
didn't say weed from the jump. My
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a good time. This week's episode, I had got back from Nashville, and I had two of my best friends like for the longest time, 20 years. Like we just kind of shot the shit, and just we were super baked, and just it was just a good time talking. So that I'll upload that when I get home today. But yeah, that's about the gist of it.
And where can we find this podcast at?
everywhere.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and then SoundCloud as well. But I gotta update that. I gotta keep uploading it. But mostly we're on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
You know what we haven't done in a long time?
What?
The Get Right quiz.
I think that was
That
just
was more
Kelvin's
of a you
quiz.
thing.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't done it in a long
Because
time.
we never approved
We
this
never
quiz.
did. You just started doing
So
it
here it is
consistently
for our
30 years.
guest. Thank you guys so much. Last show on Netflix you binge watched.
Ooh, binge watch.
Stranger
That
Things.
70s show. 8 straight seasons.
Last
I
show.
told myself I wanted to
Yeah.
binge watch it.
Oh, it has to be a whole show, not a
Show or anything.
Oh, last season of Stranger Things.
Okay.
Dead to Me.
Ted Bundy tapes.
They're just so good and creepy.
Best thing,
Oh,
watch
I
it
love
like
it.
midnight, 1 in the morning, get you a
I
drink.
love those shows. And like Making of a Murderer.
Yeah.
I love Making of a.
Did you see the
Oh.
biopic though?
I
Ted
don't-
Bundy?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I
I
did.
didn't like it.
Are you serious?
I liked it.
I think dude killed that shit. I'm not a big fan of him.
No, Zac Efron did great.
But I was good.
But
that movie was.
yeah, I just didn't. I feel like it moved entirely too fast. I just feel like
Yeah.
I just didn't really like it.
What's fun was the director of that movie is the same guy who did the docuseries on Netflix.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so Netflix, like, he was a documentarian and did, the
shit.
Ted Bundy tapes for Netflix. And Netflix said, hey, we're getting all these offers to option this into a feature, into a narrative. Do you just want to direct it? You're a very experienced documentarian filmmaker. Maybe we can you can be a drama guy too.
Yeah.
So that's the weird part is like it's the same guy telling the story just
Yeah.
in such different ways. And
And
I thought Efron killed it, but it was like
Yeah, but he did, and I just feel like 1 minute he's in court, next minute he's out living his life, next minute he's in court again, then
It
he's
was
back
too
in
much
jail.
It was too much
yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, I didn't get
because
that.
couple of times. You're like, is he in Colorado? Is he in
Yeah.
Utah?
Yeah.
Florida, like
Yeah, it was too
Yeah.
much. But
He was all over.
the
Was-
actual documentary was dope.
Was
Yeah.
the actual Ted Bundy like as attractive as
No.
Zac Efron was?
And
That-
he
why
was
are they like
he was
like making
70s
him so-
attractive.
Well,
such
no,
a
people
good-looking
said
guy?
on Twitter like he was a good looking guy.
Yeah,
he just
70s
was like
attractive.
Fuck, it was
a
crazy.
creep.
It's
show.
just
Yeah.
70s attractive.
And charming.
Okay,
And charming.
that's creepy.
It was the
I don't know. I
70s.
don't like watching like murder pics because it's like
So
this
weird.
shit's real. Like you know, Stranger Things I could get into because
Alright.
there's not. I mean,
yeah, that's real too.
Area 51. When I say
Yeah, let's go. September 20th.
Yeah.
Next question. What's the last song you played on repeat?
Tequila by Dan and Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know the song?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I played it probably 6 times yesterday. and I learned about it yesterday.
I'm finding a theme with the tequila.
Yeah, I think we might have a problem.
Get an AA after this.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Favorite song by Chance when he put up Acid Rap on iTunes. I've just been playing that shit back to
Uh-huh.
back to back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you excited about the new album
Oh,
coming out?
I'm
in
so
26?
excited for album. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
I have an unpopular opinion about Chance, but I'll wait till you.
Oh wait, I had another one too. Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh,
The 2019 version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She killed that.
Yeah.
Donald Glover sounded trash. But
Fuck you guys. What you say? You from New York, right?
Yeah.
I'm going with Biggie, man. I
Going
play
with
fucking
Biggie?
Warning every
Okay.
fucking day, man.
Okay.
I fucking play Warning about 10, 50 times a day, man. I just fuck with that song, man. It's a cool vibe. Most of the time, I had a little shot of whiskey and some
Yeah.
herbs, so that
Just
Warning is my
relax
shit.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
put my earbuds in and
With
I'm out.
Herb, our old friend.
Herb.
You know, let me see. So the last song I had on repeat, I actually found it on, like, it was a NBA highlight.
Mm-hmm.
It was it's called "Hold Up" by Miles Brando.
Okay.
Like I just been seeing it popping up. He's from Brooklyn. That song right there.
Dude, the NBA highlights they
telling you,
put
the
some
highlights,
bangers
they
on
put-
there.
They do, though,
Yeah,
yeah,
Like
they do.
get up, start your morning.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was the last song I had on repeat.
Speaking of NBA highlights, has anyone ever told you you look like Michael Beasley?
I've heard Michael Beasley, Delonte West.
wow, now that I'm looking at you,
well,
like,
I wasn't gonna say
that's a
shit.
throwback one too.
I was like, I'm gonna let that man be.
Yeah, I know. all
you
those-
look more so
I
like
know all those
Beasley, though.
players.
More like
Beasley
Beasley.
than
The
Delonte
Get Right
West.
features
that means I
LeBron's
grew up,
stepdad.
That's crazy.
All right, final question. What is the third to last text message you sent?
That's so specific.
Because I feel like the last one was like, "Are you there?" So I didn't want to do that one. So I said the third text message that was
I'm not
sent.
even looking at my
I know damn well we never approved this.
This
We never approved the quiz questions. We just learned them with
He's like,
the guests.
fuck that.
that I sent.
Swinging
Yes.
for it.
All right, birthday girl, how does Tuesday work for you?
You taking somebody out?
Yeah,
Okay.
I met her last night, and she says she was 22, but I think she's older than that.
She's Taylor Swift and feeling 22.
Well, but she asked me, where were you thinking? Where should I take her? If she's older, should I take her to drinks? What should I do?
Where'd you meet her?
At a bar.
What bar?
The Lincoln.
Oh.
Shout out, that place
Yeah,
is sick.
Uh,
Takes her to the lounge.
I-
Yeah, I was doing.
I would say
lounge,
anywhere from
rooftop.
26 to 28.
I'll do like a rooftop. Play it safe.
EP and LP? All right, cool, thanks. Let's do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Spend about 50 in drinks.
Right.
Want to impress?
All right.
I'm done impressing.
Oh, if you want to impress her, take her to like a downtown rooftop, like the Standard or 71 Above or 71 Spire.
Don't go to 71 above because everything
No, don't
is
eat there.
$71
But
and
no,
above.
don't
Okay,
eat
no,
at
thank you.
71 Above. If you only eat before you go to 71 Above.
You know where I work. I don't make that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
money.
Take her to motherfucking in the room. And
Yeah. Because last time I went, my bill was $130 by myself.
Yikes. All right.
Only
No, thank-
only go there for drinks.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not. My bad to hijack. I just had to.
no, it's okay.
I had to ask.
Oh, I was just telling my therapist I'm running 20 minutes late, so that's
Let me see. Last text I got it. I was
got it.
just confirming an event. That's all.
I know for a fact what it is. Good seeing you. Can't wait till the next time we link up.
See?
Now,
What
Was
about
that some
you?
whole shit? Good to
Pretty
see you, or was it
alright,
like
good
I
seeing
hung out with a female friend of mine
Uh-huh.
yesterday, and we did some cool creative stuff.
Okay.
But yo, this isn't a plug, but for the funny people in here, everybody that's comedy, that show Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, the very first episode had Eddie Murphy on it, man.
Yeah.
And you know he
What
doesn't
show?
do interviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to see him with Jerry Seinfeld, man, was incredible.
What's the
So,
show called?
It's
Comedians
Comedian
and
Cars Getting Coffees. It's on Netflix.
I'm watching it.
It's
The
a
new
very,
season
very
came out
complicated
Friday.
thing.
Comedian
Eddie Murphy's on the
Cars
first
get-
First episode.
That's how I know you
Comedians
didn't read
in
my
cars.
article, Chris. That's how I know you didn't
I just
read
saw
my
Eddie Murphy.
article.
I just saw
read
Eddie
it.
Murphy and I liked it.
Yeah.
I
anyway.
read it and I liked it, even though you're the enemy. And I like your post on it,
Thank you.
but I don't comment.
Okay,
'Cause
that's
I can't comment. But I can definitely.
But
like.
when you do, like, I skim it, but I just didn't see that part.
okay.
in
Well,
it.
I feel like you would enjoy that. I didn't
Okay.
realize how old both of them are. Jerry Seinfeld is 5 years from being 70.
Yeah.
Damn, is
He
it?
is 5 years from being 70.
Money-
65.
Money
Wow.
make you look good, man.
I don't know what
Yeah.
he looks like. It was just I was
Yeah.
writing the article. I'm like 65. Damn.
Hasn't aged in the last 20
Yeah, if you guys get a chance,
Wow.
watch the episode. But we watched that together. Had some creative vibes going. So I was like, yo, looking forward to the next one. So
Okay.
Let me ask you guys: do you think Eddie Murphy could make a funnier special than Delirious?
no.
Yes.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Raw was better than Delirious.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't done stand up in a while though.
He
Like,
just signed that huge Netflix deal, didn't he? Wasn't that
And
for-
I cannot
70
wait.
million.
he's
I cannot
may
wait.
be closing in on it, but even so, the special
Do you-
won't come out for
do
like
you guys think
2
that-
years.
Oh well, it's a special.
I'll
But I was
tell
like,
you
do think
this:
to come to America
when you
gonna
watch
come on
this episode, you'll see that how funny he is.
Oh,
He
yeah.
still has it in the sense that would
Yeah.
make whatever he does surpass anything Kevin, Chris. The only person that may give him a run for it in that sense will probably be Chappelle, but they're not competing because Chappelle looks up to Eddie. So
Right.
Eddie's right now, he's like the grandfather of this shit.
Yeah.
So when and if he comes back, hands down, that's going to be
Eddie's the goat.
the dopest, illest
Yeah.
stand-up there is.
And I hope he does this shit in LA, and I want to go.
Yeah,
He probably will. I feel like you can't host something and expect it to be big and not hit LA, Chicago, New York, those Miami.
Eddie is my
those
he might not
places.
film that and film it in LA.
No,
but he'll
he don't film
definitely
it
be
in
in
LA.
LA.
Definitely
yeah.
do a show here.
Yeah.
So let me turn it to Ashani. You are the founder of Native Hospitality. Let me give you some time to talk about your brand and let the people know what you do.
We do nothing. Nah, let me stop. Hey people, my name is Ashani Percy, CEO and founder of Native Hospitality. We're a creative company that actually focuses on helping you reach your dreams. Now, a lot of people say that, but they have no avenues to really get you there. Right? So we focus on business development, marketing, and consulting because you need to know what the hell you're doing, right? I started the company because I had a real bad experience. Now, I try to run away from network marketing because I feel like it's a pyramid scheme. It's going to get you in. If you don't sign your people up, you have to keep paying money or keep signing people up.
Yeah.
So I looked into a mentor, said he had everything that I needed to know. He's been studying for years, right? So I'm like, all right, what do you have for me? I go into this place where I'm supposed to meet these millionaire mentors to start my own business, and it's a conference room full of 100 people. Not a private, intimate setting, not, hey, let's sit down and write a book or whatever. So when I saw this, I felt devastated. I said, let me take the materials, fuck all this, start my own business. That's when the real journey started. Started to find myself, meditate. I'm drawing and painting shit. Yeah.
So you say it's a creative company that helps people get to where they need to go. So is it more so like marketing and
Yeah.
managing, or
So it's a combination of three. So actually, I'm trying to start a new kind of business. We help you with marketing so that whatever your product is, we can get it out there. Business development, so we give you a long-term plan for your success. So instead of just maybe giving you a website, we'll give you a website, the strategy to get it out there. We'll connect it to different marketing channels or even put you in positions like networking events, vending events, performances, whatever the case is, just so that you can have your platform already built for you. And then a little more networking.
so where's the company based? Is it based out in New York?
So it's based in New York. We started about a year and a half ago, and we're in about 7 different cities. Also, originally it was going to be a non-for-profit, hence the name Native Hospitality, taking care of those close to you. So I have this initiative called the War on Cold campaign. So what it is a collection, donation, and distribution for the homeless on the streets. Because, why don't they why don't they go to the shelter? Because there's theft, rape, murder, violence. Like, shit, that's my resource. You want me to go there? So in 2015, we went across New York. We gave everything out by hand. Also, we're making pamphlets, giving out informative information to services, places you can just go for help, things like that helps. So all these years later, the plan was how can we make a bigger change? You know, like instead of just giving clothes, everybody can give clothes, you know, but how can we really end this problem? So we had it on a mental health study and this project called Artists for Social Change. So we have a curated list of about, say, 17 artists. And they all create a piece, whether you're a rapper, artist, comedian, painter, sculptor, whatever. And we basically have you go and describe your piece and how it inspires people. Like, let's try to actually get everybody involved with this one, you know? So it's set to happen in November, and I'm excited because this little project went from New York, and it's about to hit about 26 states.
Wow.
You know,
Congrats.
hopefully we can get 50, but
Yeah.
That's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up, man. Congrats.
Congratulations.
What's?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. So you said like your clientele's like more like performers or
So,
business.
It's actually, to say everybody would be a little cliche,
Yeah.
but we do businesses, we do performers, artists. Actually, so I have this event called Native Expo. So it's something I wanted to do from college. Now, what it is taking entrepreneurs, college students, aspiring, anybody with a dream, and that's our population. Those are the ticket goers. Those are, you know, our attendees. We pick artists like poets, painters, sculptors, any innovative business, just to keep the conversation going, but more so just to keep with the inspiration. Now, what happens is a lot of the artists who actually end up being involved, they learn business skills as well. What happens is we'll develop them outside of that. So I have a few poets who went on to start books. Free plug. Check out, was it Girls Like You by Jean-Claude Van Damme? I think it's out right now.
No, that's by Maroon 5 and Cardi B.
Oh no, this is the poetry book. Trust me, this is gonna get you a little bit more than them, you know. But yeah, it's just helping everybody do what we have to do. If you want, check it out on nativehospitality.org, or you can check us on Instagram at Naho NAHO_LLC.
Okay.
Damn.
We're gonna make sure you follow. I'm gonna follow. Have a
Yeah.
follow party.
So let me keep the ball rolling with If I Told You That. You got Whitney ready for me?
Always.
Okay, so today's If I Told You That is, would you rather have no personality and a great voice, or have a great personality but a horrible voice?
Like a singing voice?
No, like
No,
a
a
tone,
speaking
like
voice. Would you rather have no personality and a great speaking voice, or have a great personality but a horrible speaking voice?
Great personality.
Great
and no
per-
speaking
yeah.
voice. Yeah. I'd rather sound annoying than to not have a good speaking voice.
Do people connect, like, would people connect with your personality if your voice is horrible?
Yeah.
They should.
They might judge you at first, but then you like. I think when you have no good voice, then you have to start out strong, like with a joke or something every time you meet someone, and then
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I still want to listen to you." Even
Just
though you
like,
see-
like Young Miami. Her voice is annoying as hell, but you could tell she has she's fun, I guess.
You also love Young Miami.
I do. With
Yeah,
the passion.
I see you on all of her pictures.
I love her.
That's your child?
I was gonna
I would
ask
love
that.
for it to be.
Would you really? Because I
Yeah,
feel like
I love my Young Miami. I would. She's not my type for how like ratchet and stuff she is, but
Mhm.
I wouldn't care.
Is it the looks?
She fine as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Young Miami from the City Girls, also known as Carisha.
like I'm gonna say, I recuse myself from this conversation.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I'd rather have a really good personality, but I don't
Mm.
know what my voice would sound like for it to be horrible. Like, does it have to be scratchy? Is it like
Hole in the throat.
right? Because yikes!
I'm kind of cool.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Now I'll go with the cool personality, because that's what draws people. It's
Mhm.
like, oh man, my man is cool as hell or whatever. But if you're an asshole with a good verse, that's not the good voice. That's not serving me a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, though. What if, like, your voice is so scary you scare children? Type shit.
And stop hanging around kids.
Because, I mean, like, you have a bad personality, which, you know, maybe I could work on that. Maybe the voice could last a little bit. Like, can I sing?
I think in this
Like,
world,
would it go?
I think
I
in
mean-
this parallel universe, you don't get the option to improve on your voice
Oh,
or your
okay.
personality. You are stuck with a shitty personality or a shitty voice. You got to take it.
It's
You
like
know,
that
I'll
old
take
school
the
black
personality.
woman that smoked and she sounds like your uncle. And you're like, but you're a woman. Get it. And I mean, I have relatives like that. I don't know about y'all, but that old great aunt that you have, and she sounds like my great uncle. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. And she might have a few chin hairs or whatever, but yeah, shit happens.
I have seen this woman a few times in my life.
What would you guys pick?
Go ahead.
I would say personality, only because it's not just a matter of other people. Like, part of my personality is I love to watch movies. So for that, it's like, I could have a horrible speaking voice, but my personality requires me to treat myself. So it's not just about the other people. It's a me thing too. Yeah. So yeah, personality all the way. My voice is already kind of fucking weird. So like, what's the worst one?
Yeah, personality, 100%. I don't know. I just can't. I can't vibe with people who don't have a personality, honestly. They just sit there and they don't have anything interesting to say. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy ever, so personality.
Yeah, I'm taking personality.
Well, since everyone said personality, I'm going to say a good voice. Fuck my personality.
I knew he was going to do that.
I mean, it makes sense.
No.
We needed some type of balance. It was real unanimous.
No,
but realistically, I feel like you would pick.
I would definitely personality.
That was a good question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because like how give me an example of what my voice who can I compare it to? Like,
you know whose voice I don't like?
Like how trash my voice
what's
is.
her name? She was on an MTV show. I don't like her voice. I don't like her laugh specifically.
Every character from the Jersey Shore.
She's blonde. She's blonde, and it was like on Ridiculousness. Chanel West Coast. I don't like her voice.
Cardi B's voice is annoying.
Yes.
Gilbert Gottfried.
Shirley Strawberry, her voice is annoying.
Yeah.
Gilbert Gottfried on Helium. That's your
Miss
voice.
Chalet.
Yeah.
Who?
Miss Chalet.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh God.
Her voice is annoying.
I feel like DMX's is a really rough voice to hear.
That would be awesome.
Like at brunch, I don't want to hear DMX.
That'd be cool as shit.
DJ Envy sometimes gets on my nerves.
DJ Envy.
I just hate. I don't know. Like I hate. Yeah, they just get on my nerves sometimes.
It's really fake high energy.
Just the voice.
That was me.
That's cool.
I love the Breakfast Club.
I do too.
I just hate his voice. I hate when he be like, I don't know. I don't know.
Because it's like he wants to talk with enthusiasm, but he doesn't carry it out.
Yeah.
It's DJ Envy. It's like you want to be hype about yourself, but you have no energy.
It's too long.
Yeah. Special guests in the building.
I think they told him he needs more pizzazz for his intro, and this was a push for him, and he just stuck with it.
Just raised his eyebrows.
Right?
Yeah. Something.
Trying to sound excited.
So, yeah, Calvin, you could take us into Uniquely Speaking. Speaking of voices.
All right, guys, so now it's time for some Uniquely Speaking. This week, Uniquely Speaking was really just about being at the concert on Friday. And it's really interesting when you have a lot of people who have opinions. And everybody has different opinions, but sometimes they try to say the same things, but they wash over each other. And I was thinking about it's kind of like when you have a group full of people in the cafeteria. You hear so many different conversations. Everybody's talking about something. Everybody's trying to talk over each other to get their best opinion, especially in high school and things of that nature. But I don't know if you guys were ever in a choral program or did choir or anything of that nature. When everybody is saying the same thing, but different parts of the same thing, it becomes something so beautiful and melodic and harmonious, right? And I think what we tend to do as a society, we have a lot of the same views, but we have different ways of expressing them. So when I say I want people to start to be a voice, I think what we need to do is learn that our voice is important and it adds color to the conversation, but it only works if we are all working together for the greater good of something else. Because how I can say something can affect somebody differently from how you used to say something, how you used to say something. But if we all carrying the same message, then it can be great. So when we're in these debates and really being honest about how we feel and moving this country forward as we need to in the future, I think we should more take a choir mindset and know that my part is just as equal as your part. And if we say it together, we can make something beautiful happen. So that's what Uniquely Speaking is about today. Be a voice. Don't be discouraged because you may not be the biggest voice or you may not be the loudest voice, but your opinion and what you can contribute does matter to the team. And that's Uniquely Speaking for the week.
That was good.
Thank you. All right, guys. It's now it's time for the end of the show. It was so much fun. It was really, really fun.
It was really good. So we typically end the show with "Where are you now?" After the show is done, what are your thoughts, feelings after the conversation had? I will start in saying that I am really fucking hungry. I'm really fucking hungry.
You going to Norm's?
No, I haven't gotten to take. Do you like Norm's?
I like it when I pass by it on my way. I was
Right.
like, fuck, I forgot Norm's.
Right.
But I didn't have time to stop and eat. So.
They're always talking shit because I love Norm's, and there's so many other
Diner
establishments.
food,
But I'm like, it's diner food. Nothing beats diner food. So I'm really fucking hungry. It's nice outside, so I feel like I should be social. I've been really productive. I feel good, but I want some fucking food. I'm so hungry. The show is 2 hours long. I'm so hungry.
Let's see. I'm hungry too. I'm ready to go out and have some fun at least. Like, I'm
When do you
only
leave
here
LA?
probably till Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I only bought a one way out here, so whenever
Okay.
I'm ready to go, see what happens. Maybe I
That
get
is
into
the
something
life
new.
I want to live. What the fuck? One-way ticket to LA. Well, actually, I want to get the fuck out of here, but go ahead.
no, that's a little bro. Come to New York. Actually, you guys ever been to New York?
Yeah.
I've been once.
Oh, listen, come back. August 3rd, we have this huge picnic going on. Unlimited drinks, competitions going on.
Okay. I want to go to what's that in New York? It's called Chicken Cone. I want to go there so bad. It's like a waffle.
It's like it's like a cone full of chicken, like fried chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
You never been there?
I-
Shit, good as hell.
That sounds amazing. I don't
Yeah.
even eat
Well,
chicken.
I don't know if it's good, but it looks good as hell.
No, it still looks amazing, bro.
So we get. Are you from Queens too?
Oh no, I'm from the Bronx.
Okay.
Yeah,
A better
born and
place,
raised-
right?
Yeah, better.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Absolutely motherfucking not. Don't put that on the airways for people to hear. That's not true. The Bronx is dirty as fuck. No one in the Bronx.
All right, first off, hold on. LA, don't listen to this. All right. All your favorite artists from the Bronx. So why would it be dirty? Cardi B, A Boogie, Ola High Bridge,
I've only met one person
Fat
from
Joe.
Queens.
But here's the thing:
only one
every
per-
character,
Oh, it wasn't
every
impressive.
character from the Entourage show is from Queens. So you gotta play.
Thank
You gotta
you.
give
We
respect
have
to
the
Queens.
better artists.
There you go.
You have the cheaper artists.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Y'all know that's not true. Y'all know this. I don't even care. Let's move along to something else positive. How are y'all now?
I'm feeling good, honestly. I learned that we would all go extreme length and climb a building for our moms. I think that we all gained something. I have a new mentor now in Chris. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I have 2 shows tonight. Today I have a show literally starting in 8 minutes, but it's okay.
Oh no!
I already told them I'm gonna be late, so it's okay. And then one at 9:30 in Van Nuys.
Where they are? Address, name of the club.
It's the spring. The one at 8 minutes is at Fourth Wall in Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
and then the one tonight is at Van Nuys Comedy Club inside the Springbok
Y'all catch
Bar and
Ryan.
Grill. I
How
hope
much
I'm
are
as
tickets?
both are free shows, which is
Okay.
never the case. So yeah, if any Jews are listening, good opportunity, good entertainment. Yeah, and I had a lot of fun. So thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate
No
it.
problem.
How are you guys feeling?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thanks again for having us. It was great to meet you guys and chat. Loved hearing your insights on The Lion King. I still haven't seen it all
Me
the way
either.
through, so it's
Y'all gotta check it out, man.
I'm about to do that probably maybe this afternoon. We'll see.
This is actually cool. I appreciate you guys. You came from Fort Wayne. I was
Hey.
gonna ask you guys. You guys from Kentucky or something? I see you
No, I
guys
just
are-
went to school there.
Oh, okay.
We went to Kentucky State, so that's how me and Chris know each other. And then we met Eric. I think he was twerking or doing something on the street. And that's
That
how
is
we met.
not how y'all met me.
And then
He's on the curve.
I don't know how y'all met, but I
Through
met him.
Facebook.
we met through Facebook.
Yeah,
So
through a
we're
group,
frat
you
brothers,
liar.
'cause We're frat brothers. We're
He's
all
always
friends.
slandering my
what's
name on this show.
That's what's up. I had fun, man. This is cool. We're just starting to get a chance to get out and like be on shows and interview with other people. So it's cool. Then you're from the Bronx. One of my good friends is from the Bronx. He's a chef out here, South Bronx, as a matter of fact. Omar. Yeah, I think his last name is Roll, Rolle. Cool cat. He has a catering company out here.
Oh, my road.
So yeah, he just texted me and asked me if I was going to Haha tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But no, this is cool, man. I appreciate you guys, the questions, the humor, all of that. So, man, I definitely come back, have some fun and cuss a lot more.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming and being part of our show. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Instagram at The World According to Eric, Facebook and Twitter at Eric Devante, Snapchat at Picasso_3. Is there any other social media sites I just missed? I feel like
LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yikes.
You forgot
Your Bumble.
your
Oh,
Tinder,
right.
Bumble.
Your Jack. Your
All things that get no attention from me.
Email, your social security number.
I think I'm okay. Now it's getting fraudulent. Next.
All right, and I'm Kelvin Unique. You can find me on Instagram.
Wait, they got a plug, then you go. That's how it should end.
Okay.
Think of the outro.
That's true. Go for it, Sean.
Yeah, but Eric started that one.
What's going on, guys? You can follow me on Instagram at Ideal Dreamer, business page Naho_LLC, and what's LinkedIn? Shawnee Percy.
Ain't nobody about to find you on LinkedIn.
Why not though? Sure.
They may
Let's
actually.
connect.
I found that you can actually shoot a shot on LinkedIn. It may actually be better.
Who
for
does
you.
that?
Because if your LinkedIn account is like really, really high and like nice and well put together, you never know.
LinkedIn is the best dating app. Let's be honest.
Because because it gets rid of those awkward first questions on the first
Right.
date. Like, what do you do? How
Yeah.
much you make?
Yeah. How much you make?
Who's asking out on the first date? How much you make?
I don't
People
know
ask
about
that?
you, Chris. I'm looking for a sugar mama right now.
That might be LinkedIn.
As we speak.
Oh, and my turn. Instagram at Ryan Gilderman, RyanGilderman. Twitter, I don't like Twitter that much, but Ryan
It's the best
Gildcom.
app ever.
I like reading it. I don't like tweeting. It takes too much work. Ryan Gild Comedy, RyanGild Comedy. And then that's it, I think. LinkedIn. Yeah, if you want to find me on my LinkedIn.
And the podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and then
plug
our podcast Instagram is at Tequila Sunrise Pod. And that's all the social media we have for it right now. But Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And yeah, that's it.
I'm not that interesting, but follow me on Instagram if you want. Rdishell, RDISHELL. That's me. And follow us, Tequila Sunrise Pod, on Instagram.
Cool. EV Rum on Instagram. That guy E. I'll be leaning against the wall, actually with headphones on.
Oh, I forgot to mention, find me on JSwipe. That's the Jewish Tinder.
Wait, is that real?
Yes.
I cannot.
And if you're interested in Jewish girls, you can get on there and say willing to convert, and they might consider you.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's something to
There's
grow
an
on.
app.
How's that working out so far?
Fantastically.
Wow.
There's some gremlins on that site, though, for sure.
Oh, you're on YouTube?
Oh, I bet. Oh, wow. You can find me, Kelvinology, at Kelvinology. Hold on. What's my name? Kelvin on Instagram at Kelvinology, Kelvinology. Also, make sure you are following the Get Right Radio Show on Instagram. We never shut our Instagram. Always follow us there. Eric posts his twerking videos on there. So if you want to see Eric break his back.
He been coming for you this whole show.
Yeah, fuck you. Fuck you.
Wow, Eric.
It's
That
good
is
to post
really-
on the page.
It's really rude.
Do you have the login information?
I do.
Because you
I'm
talk
on
a
it.
lot of shit.
I'm on it all the time.
You're talking a lot of
respond to
shit.
DMs. I like people's pictures. I comment on there. I do a lot.
Yeah, you brought this energy.
Anyway, y'all can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at CCCAW_. And as always, guys, hope y'all got right.
That's right. Get right or get left.
Bitch, you better get right.